Alrighty. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our Genesis campaign in the Twilight Imperium universe. For those who don't know me, my name is Noble Crumpet. I stream TTRPGs with my friends on Sundays, and also stream on Tuesdays and sometimes Wednesdays, but not lately, because work's been killing me this summer, but probably be back in time. Alright, we haven't streamed in a week, so I'm curious how much our players remember. Let's unmute them and see.
Something that's like that, like it's a high level of power, but not something like the cream of the crop. But here, it's just like it is the ultimate cream of the crop.
Cream.
Also, we're live now.
Oh,
Nice.
cream. Nice.
So, do you guys remember what happened last time on Dragon's Ball Z?
I told you last time, I hit myself in the head with a brick every time a session ends.
Oh.
Yara almost got attacked by a Gorblin. I'm
By a-
sorry, a space Gorblin.
Sorry,
And
yes, Space Gorblin.
A space Gorblin stole Thraz's savant. So Yara was trying to get everybody's things all, privacy protected, but the savant got stolen. And Yara can't contact Shepard because Shepard went on their own little adventure and is now part of a menagerie.
Indeed.
Somebody else take the rest of this wheel. There's a lot that happened.
Shepard is valued.
Sin, Thraz, and Nolly went to the club and
Club.
Yeah, sure. Club. Nolly got bullied by some teenagers and peer pressured, and Sin got
And took some drugs.
maybe some drugs. Yeah. Don't do drugs. Sin was peer pressured into taking a double shot and now has a fairly steep penalty to everything that he does because he's a fucking lightweight. And Thraz was making some underworld booty call deals and seemed to be having a tough time. But all of that had to stop because Nally got kidnapped.
That's true. And I think that's where we're going to pick it up, because I feel like that'll probably get resolved, hopefully pretty quickly. So, Let's go
And
back to the
Krav
club.
and Krav went out to do some illicit dealings, ran into some Union members, and Zaldenrock was following him because he's suspicious of Krav.
That's right.
Yes.
We encountered some NLU members that were dealing with the Drawn Consortium. So you made a deal to meet up with this NLU member at the Orochi bar, which after some recon, that turns out to be the hotbed of Drawn activity in this city. Alright. So, you guys back at the club. You guys, Sin and Thraz see Nolly getting pulled out through a back alley by the Yin Brotherhood. Don't know if I mentioned that. I probably just said some old bald men in robes.
And we assumed it was Yin Brotherhood.
Disgusting. It was a good assumption. All right. Sin, you were unable to find exactly what they were looking at, so you were kind of unable to teleport out. Not immediately. It's just I remember you tried to last time and we failed the perception.
Yes.
So let's perhaps go for initiative. Let's just do... It's like, oh, I need to do that because I'm Thraz.
Should I do an initiative check?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Would it be vigilance or cool?
Uh,
Probably vigilance, because I don't expect to be knocked out.
Yeah. Actually, perhaps we wait until you're not knocked out anymore, I think.
Okay, cool.
What about for the rest of us? Vigilance?
This is going to be... yeah, I'll say vigilance.
Because maybe this covers the whole, oh, shoot, and then running out.
Yes. Okay. Now we'll get some yinnies in here. We'll do some vigilance. Oh, I have a bunch of difficulties on them. Let's remove that. Cannot get 0. Well, actually, you could get 0 for an initiative. Forgot about that. Alright. and then you can also do vigilance. You suck at it though. Okay. Sort. Alright, PC turn. I think Thraz is going to run for the door. I'll say that's probably difficult terrain because there's a bunch of people. So maybe it takes 2 actions. I'll spend 2 strain to then do an action and get out into the back alley. Well, not do an action, but 2 maneuvers to get out here. I guess Thraz stumbles upon... This is weird narrating to myself, but it is for everybody's benefit. Thraz, you stumble out into the back alley of Club Glub, and you can see that there are 2 older men covered in like the web of scarring and the gray skin of the Yin Brotherhood and their gray wasting disease that all these clones are afflicted by. Ento, or Viz, is also out here, and he is helping assist drag Nolly up this set of stairs here. Thraz is going to yell, "Put her the fuck down!" And I guess try and intimidate on Ento. God damn it. Stop opening Thraz's bio, I don't need that. Every time I like shift double click it opens that. Okay, coercion. He does not have very good coercion, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
I mean, I wouldn't be very threatened by him.
Yeah. Coercion is against willpower? Yeah, so that's thankfully just 1. So sorry, it is once again the beginning of a session and I have forgotten how to play, so I need to bring up GM sheet. Everybody has the right number of store points, surprisingly. That's good. Okay, coercion. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff out here. Nothing happens. He's gonna give a boost to Sin. He's gonna yell to Sin where he is. Over here! Quickly! And it's an NPC turn, so I think the Yin Brotherhood is gonna drop Nolly and shoot at Thraz. Should be difficulty. This is probably short range because you're in a back alley, so I'm gonna say short range, difficulty 1. Let's do concealed Magno Thumper. And they failed. They got 2 advantages though. So I guess they will boost Viz by providing suppressing fire. Alright, Sin. It's your turn. You have a boost from Thraz. It takes 2 maneuvers to get to where Thraz is by walking.
But because he indicated exactly what the location is, can I teleport now?
I'd say sure.
Yay! I'm going to use my once per session ability to instantly teleport, so that doesn't take anything. I'm going to go over here, so I'm next to Nolly and the Brother of Yin. And I do not have my lance, but I do have the collapsible blade.
A knife!
I'm going to shake this motherfucker.
Okay, so that's prepare 1, so you will need a maneuver.
Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah, it's prepare 1. So
Okay, so maneuver to draw, unless you have quick draw, and then prepare.
I do have quick draw actually, so.
Awesome. And the teleport, that wasn't a maneuver, right? It's an incidental?
It says instantly. It doesn't say anything.
This
Okay.
only just means speed. It should probably just say something like as an action. If it says action or maneuver at the start.
It doesn't say either of those.
Okay.
Alright, then you don't take any strain. You still have an extra maneuver if you want to, and you still have your action.
I would like to aim.
Okay,
So-
that'll take 2 strain.
Okay.
Was this personal wormhole?
Yes.
Remote personal wormhole.
Okay. It is a maneuver. It says active maneuver.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so just no aim,
Okay, no aim then.
which is a shame because aim is good for you.
Yeah, but But because I take out the blade, I still take 2 strain.
Yep.
And then action to stabbity stab. Okay, fingers crossed.
Yep. I think those kebabs got shished. I don't know how much damage you do because I know you have a complicated system. So let me know.
Okay. So 3 damage as a baseline.
Oh, sorry. These guys have melee defense, so I'm just going to roll because it might
Okay.
decrease something. Oh, also, I should have... It's not difficulty 1 for him. Difficulty 2 because you're in melee. I gotta stop doing things. Stop doing difficulties for you guys.
Okay.
So that's -1 success, -1 advantage, so it's 1 success, 1 triumph.
Okay, fabulous. Let me just double check my system. Okay, I'm going to burn a story point to add 4 damage on top of 3, so that's 7 total damage.
Okay, that kills one of them. And another one is at 2. So now there's 1 minion in their group.
What a lucky strike.
Okey-dokey.
That was a lucky strike.
And does the triumph do anything?
You can spend it to kill a second minion.
Yes.
By dealing a critical injury.
Yes.
Do you want to describe how you kill these guys?
I'm going to gut one and then throw the knife and pin the other brother of Yin through the eye socket to a wall.
He is pinned to a wall. Viz is freaking out. Expletives! Fantasy expletives!
Why did you
zuck.
take her?
Look, I do whatever I want for the Brotherhood, okay? Like, it's nothing personal. And he's just going to try and play it off.
That's cute.
Maybe we deception. I think he's gonna try and deceive you guys. You guys know he's in on it, but he's gonna try and claim that he was forced to. Is I think what he's gonna try and pull.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Let's see. What's the highest amongst us for vigilance? You and me.
I have 2 yellow, 1 green.
I have 1 yellow. So 2 yellow, 1 green. We'll do it against that. He's gonna just hold his hands up and be like, look, I'm related to the Brotherhood, but like I don't ascribe to their views or anything. I was forced to do this, okay? Like my dads would kill me otherwise. Oh wow.
Damn.
I think he's gonna deal 4 strain to you, Sin.
Okay.
Sin has sympathy?
Sympathy. He also...
Ah.
Let me check his ability. He might be able to do more. He's gonna deal an extra 2 strain to you because he's mean about it. This was meant to be mean to Nolly, but he's like, are you stupid? I wouldn't do this if I didn't, like, have my own life on the line. I'm as much a victim here as you are. And as she is. Looks at Nolly.
Uh-oh. I'm over half, so I'm willing to compromise, I guess.
Oh, you might be willing to let him leave or something, depending.
Depending.
Raz is going to run over to Nolly, glare at Viz, and like kind of push him away. And then he's gonna lean down to Nolly and give you a Z-tab. Come on. You're not supposed to have these, but it should get you awake. Come on. And he like slaps your face. You may now recover 4 strain. It's 4 strain, right? I thought it was 5 for a long time. But I'm also gonna assume you're conscious now.
Okay. Yeah, you give the Z-tab, you sort of like move her jaw to get her to like chew and swallow it. And when she wakes up, her eyes open and look over at Thraz, but they're kind of like buzzing and like vibrating side to side a little bit. And she sits up, eyes just still locked on Thraz. She's looking at him. You did this.
I
She turns
didn't.
over.
I didn't do it. It was. Listen, you just need to be. You're still a
Nolly.
kid, I
She
guess.
turns over and looks at Viz, and you hear her say, "Leave," and Viz hears, "Leave."
He runs away.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of there.
Rasa continues sort of standing up, looking at Thraz and stepping closer to him. You know Nali is vulnerable. You know she is naive, and yet you still put her in this situation. You understood what would happen, surely.
You understood what would happen. You're as much in control of that thing as she is. He kind of like pokes your chest a little bit, indignantly.
Rasa
Oh.
grabs the finger when Thraz points and bends it back towards Thraz.
Ooh.
The
No,
drug-
no.
The drugs and drink inhibited this one's control. In fact, were the guilt not painted on your face, this one would assume this was perhaps a direct threat towards the body's safety.
I'm kind of like shrugs his shoulders. Fine. Yeah. That was bad on my part. I was kind of selfish. I just kind of wanted to let Nolly go do what she wanted. I thought it would be good for her, but she doesn't know things that I know. She wouldn't have seen this coming.
Sin, what do you do?
I would say it was a mistake. I'm sorry, Rasa. I shouldn't have let her go alone.
Hearing this... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Perhaps, we will look after you and Nolly much better in the future. That's all. Maybe
Yeah.
let Thraz's finger go.
Yeah. Maybe Sin reaches around and like grabs Rasa's hand and like slowly peels it off the finger and lets Thraz's finger go.
Yeah, I probably deserved that. Rasa, we'll get Nolly back, okay? You're probably putting strain on her if you're keeping her back there.
Yeah,
Can we get Nolly back?
Yeah, when Sin grabs her hand and sort of makes her let go of Thraz's finger, her head lolls forward and then pops back up, and she looks sort of like rubs her eyes a little bit. I didn't think it would be that bad, but I mean, it can't be worse than anything you got into when you were little, huh, Thraz?
Why don't we go back to the hotel? I think you've had enough for tonight.
I definitely have.
I was more talking to... It doesn't matter.
Hey, well, I mean, I kind of was born yesterday.
Come on, let's go get a space taxi. And
Yeah, okay.
he kind of like leads you out with Sin, fireman carry, not fireman carry, but the over the shoulder thing.
Yeah.
And they like call a cab. Nolly is like sleeping in the back of the car at this point, like recovering. Sin and Thraz are like next to her in the back seat, and he's just Thraz is just like staring at his paws, just like patting his knees.
We'll do better next time, Thraz. And Sin, still holding Nolly's hand, also like reaches out and like touches Thraz's shoulder.
It's, well, as a motorcyclist going by, it's really realistic.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on. Sure. Also, we probably don't need that type of music anymore. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. I mean, she's just a kid. Like, she's killed people in front of me. She's protected herself on her own for a while. I kind of forgot that she's, like, what, 32 in human years? Just a
Sin
kid.
looks and is like, yes, that sounds right, actually. I'm not sure about human ages either, but she is a child. And yes, this world, especially with everything that we're dealing with, is a little bit more dangerous than I think either of us are used to.
She's not that much, or she doesn't look that much older than, well, I got
Sin
someone
looked at
in trouble
Braz.
once, and it didn't end well. I thought I was protecting them by keeping them in the dark, but I lost a friend from my inattention to detail. Probably. Maybe it was
Sin.
other things. Point is, I'd like to make sure that Nali doesn't get into an accident like this again.
We'll work together on it. And Sin squeezes Thraz's shoulder. I'm sorry you lost your friend.
It was a long
It
time
hurts.
ago. It's over now.
Grief doesn't go away. It continues forever. It just gets easier to bear.
And he's just quiet for most of the ride, but then he just kind of says while looking out the window, Narak. Narak was his name.
We'll
And that's all
remember it together.
That's all he'll elaborate on. Alright.
Okay.
End scene. Let's go back to Torkin. Torkin Prime. Downtown.
Mysterious, ain't ya?
Mysterious, ain't you? I just don't want to
Also,
bore people with details, but yeah.
For Jay, in the car, and for Chris, Nolly was like laying on the side, head in Sin's lap, sleeping.
Did anybody
Nice.
call back Yara just to tell that Nolly was saved?
Oh yeah, we probably reported in at least and said that we're going back to the hotel because Krav wanted us all to meet up. At this point, I think it's prudent if we all, except one of us, meet up back at the... Does anybody remember the name? The Kinu Hotel.
The
The
keynote.
Continental.
Would
Yeah.
it make sense for Zaldenrock to try to find Shepard on his own?
You don't know if they're gone, right?
True.
Yeah, we don't have any leads yet.
What? But
Like
we,
we don't know if they're gone, but they just haven't responded. So
right,
it's
we
like-
know that they're haven't checked in yet, and they would have, I think, if.
I think at this
I mean,
point-
I
we
also
know-
think this. I
Do
also
we think
this
that's
is
weird
what
that they
you-
didn't check in?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But they're always weird.
I think you have
No,
to ask
Shepard.
yourself if you think Zaldenrock would find that sufficiently suspicious to go off on his own.
Leave me alone.
And
I
would he
think-
tell the rest of the party?
Because that was the other thing.
I feel
too,
like
is
you
I
would
think-
at least perhaps like check in with everybody back at the hotel. Like maybe
Yeah,
Shepard
true.
did come back, or maybe they were waiting at the hotel or
Yeah,
something.
we'll all reconvene.
Or their voice voice message is full.
Hello, Alan Rickman.
This is Alan again.
Anyway, you guys go back to the Kinu Hotel in the middle of downtown Torkin, Night City, and you guys can recover as if an encounter entered. It did for some of us.
Well,
As if an encounter ended. Alright, that's cool, I think, is my best one. Wow! I recovered all my strain. Wow, that was a really relaxing time. I enjoyed it. I am not stressed anymore. Nothing bad happened. Alright. Everybody recovered what they need to? Or want to?
I think I'm.
mhm.
Ah,
Oh,
shit. RP amongst yourselves, I have to take a call for a second.
I'll take
I
a
thought he was
Z
about to
tab.
say I have to take a poop on stream. I was like,
What is it to roll for recovery again?
Either
Cool.
cool or discipline.
Without the
Nothing.
you have stuff on it on the roll. You have
Yeah.
5
You got like
purples.
difficulty 5.
Yeah, reset your difficulty.
I
There
got
we
one back.
go.
You only get 1.
Yara's gonna pop a Z-tab.
Doggy's still a little stressed.
All right.
Yeah,
so
remember Yara's just doing the person in the chair being like, "Where the hell is everybody? Everybody's not responded. We got
we
attacked."
all arrived except for Shepard at this point. So it was like so okay. We're
Yara's gonna be like immediately, "Everybody check in right now." Shepard
Weird.
still is not checked in. Has anybody kept any tabs on Shepard?
no.
No.
Why?
Haven't
why
heard
would-
anything.
And
I'm
Thraz,
keeping
you come
tabs
in
on
here.
this one.
And Thraz needs to come here front and center when he gets back from the washroom.
I mean, how hard can he be to lose? He's kind of big.
I mean,
You would
I-
think.
you guys already know that the person we talked to earlier is got a bunch of spyware on your savants and technology, right? Like that's part of the whole shtick of being on this city, apparently.
Yes.
I've been.
Wait, so like he knows my search history?
I mean, he probably could if he wanted to.
Nolly goes
Hold
and
off, Nolly.
grabs her savant frantically.
I put some stuff on there that should at least kind of give you some privacy now while using it, as
Right.
long as you know you aren't posting videos of yourself.
I don't believe he cares about your hot topic search results.
Yeah, but what about the cool cat videos?
The issue, though, is
Of The Raz?
yes, Thraz's savant got taken by a goblin, or what's the name of the goblins in this thing?
Is Sarl?
That's
You
a
saw
slur.
that,
You can't say say goblin.
He got taken by one of the G
Little-
words.
The little green man.
I forget their factions'
I
names.
think it's
Yssarl.
Yssarl.
You
Yssarl?
pointed the man.
The tribes of Yssarl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, your Sarl assassin came, or maybe thief. I don't know. They specifically took Thraz's savant. So Thraz,
Oh, this definitely wasn't an assassin. You'll be dead.
I kind of show off like a wound I
Real
have.
shitty assassin.
I guess they were maybe a thief then.
They're very easy to kill.
We'd probably get some sort of
Very
like
squishy.
like the AI host would probably show up and be like, "Here is your bill for damages caused to the elevator."
Yeah.
No, remember
Actually-
I hacked the security cameras. Nobody will know it's me.
Actually, I have a question. At this point, we know Shepard is gone. Does Zaldenrock storm off, being like, "I'm going to find Shepard"?
I mean, he could.
Probably.
As long as he as long as he has a communicator and savant, Yara wouldn't stop him because with those two things, she can help if he needs it.
Okay, because
I'm
it
gonna
is
do some
more-
good old fashioned tracking.
Nice.
Yep. Just take these two things. You should have your privacy settings bumped up so the other people can't find you. But if you need help, I can still help you. I got a few tricks I'm going to try and work out now that I kind of reverse engineered his spyware.
I was gonna say it's funnier if
Back.
Zaldenrock has already left after Nolly says this, but Nolly would be like, "Well, he probably shows up pretty well on a camera, and you said something about security systems. Can you just like check and see where he showed up on cameras?"
That's going to take a minute, but that's what I was thinking. You still probably want to form a search party, but then we also have the issue of trying to meet what was the name of the industry we got to go to? Club?
Arclight? Oh,
No.
Oh, we already went.
Arclight.
we already went to Arclight. Yeah.
Oh, the next place that you're going is the Orochi
Yeah.
bar to meet up with the NLU member.
Yeah, for Krav.
Oh, but I needed
Me
to
at
address Thraz because Thraz's shit is missing, and I'm mad at Thraz for not for leaving before I could take a shit,
Right.
for not bringing any communications.
Also, don't worry, people on the stream couldn't hear me talking. I didn't realize I didn't mute myself for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Yara's gonna basically go up to Thraz and be like, "They took your thing in particular. Any reason why, Thraz?"
Damned if I know. There's no reason for it.
Do you have anything that could be, dangerous, incriminating, get you involved in something? Because
I'm sure there's
wasn't able to
plenty,
put-
but I'm sure there's nothing that they couldn't find out on their own. This isn't my fault or anything, okay? And just kind of pouts.
anyway, everybody else has the new spyware or privacyware stuff I put on. We're gonna have to try and look for Shepard because they don't have their savant, they don't have their communicator on. Zaldenrock already has started to leave.
I'm doing good old fashioned boots on the ground tracking.
Raz,
Yep.
was this
Once they
person
get
upset that you were
close.
talking to ZL?
Sorry, never mind. I was interrupting you.
No, it's alright.
Who's Ziel?
There you go.
Zale's the Mentak smuggler that he was trying to buy the ships from. Yeah, you remember. Tell him about it, Fraz.
No. I mean, they wouldn't. I don't think they'd have a reason to care about that. Don't know what a little green man would need with it. The Yssaril are enigmatic. I don't know. They're probably trying to just sell something to the highest bidder, knowing that species.
I kind of think it's almost worthwhile for us to head to the Orochi now, though. But we still need to do a search party.
To assuage your fears, I was just purchasing a ship. That it's nothing they would need or want. Okay? Does that assuage your fears? Are you fine now?
I
Yeah,
got a
that's
bunch of
fine.
work to do.
I'm just trying to keep track of all your illicit deals.
Not all my deals are illicit, okay? Some are just made in the privacy of the sensor relay.
Alright. Well, it seems like we have to decide what our next step are. Zaldenrock's already on the way to Shepard. I could probably see if I could help out by maybe using what I've reverse engineered from the spyware to go look for any cam reports of where Shepard last was. That's going to take a little while. Meanwhile, if we're going to be meeting with the guys at the Orochi bar, we need a merchant who's usually pretty good at deals to probably go along. I kind of nudged Thraz. So you should probably stick together with anyone going there. So how do we want to set this up? Who's going to probably back up Zaldenrock? Who's going to go to the Orochi? Are you going to do one first or what?
So far as we're okay. What other business that you guys have with the Orochi bar?
That's where we go to get the cloaking device stuff. Because that's where the connection was made.
Okay. Then I would say
I think Sin should help infiltrate with Zaldenrock.
Zaldenrock's doing investigations there.
Yeah, because I have the
Presence thing.
the presence thing, the ethereal presence, so I can sense if I get close.
Also, don't know if it's on anybody's radar, but the Drawn are... Oh, did you? I don't remember what I've told you about this now. It's been so long.
The Drawn exist.
They exist.
Exist, and that they're like the criminals. Like we know the first surface level that they're criminal organization, but in terms of like who, what, or where, like we don't know much about them. Besides that, you haven't told us much.
Yeah, the Drawn Consortium is connected to the Orochi bar is all we got, and they're possibly the ones we'd be able to get the illicit cloaking devices from.
Okay, then I don't think I need to tell you anything else. So, Zaldenrock, sorry, just... Are you going off by yourself, or was someone going with you?
Sin.
I mean,
Sin
I
is
left
going with you?
myself. I didn't ask anybody to come with me, so.
Yeah, Zaldenrock
he
has
left.
already gone off.
But I could very easily, now that I've kind of bugged everybody's phones, kind of be like, okay, go, Sin, this is where the tracker says he is, type thing. Since he... Did Zaldenrock take a Servant or not? That's the key thing. Otherwise, I'd have to spend time.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
Okay. Then I'd be able to send Sin your way, probably. I'll be like, Sin, okay, maybe you keep an eye on Zaldenrock, because you could also probably do pretty good at investigating what happened to Shepard. I think that
Understood.
leaves the rest of us to maybe head to the Orochi, at least, or at least across the street while we plan what to do, because we don't know what these mobsters got up, and I need to spend some time probably looking at footage to see where Shepard might be.
Yeah, I have like a reason. I have a above the table reason why I think Nali would potentially want to go to find Shepard, but she'll go to the Orochi bar then.
Oh, you can go it's whichever.
No, we've already got 2 people going there. I think that's enough.
I'm going to...
it's one too many, in my opinion.
I have a thing in my head.
Thing that you want to force.
Are you...
Potentially.
Does it involve Nali going to Shepard? Because that would be enough to tip me over.
It's more like either Nali going instead of Sin, or Sin staying with Nali and going to the Orochi.
I think I know. Okay.
I think
I can go to the Orochi bar then.
Okay.
I'm wondering if it actually might be better if Yara goes with Zaldenrock so that they can use like their surveillance to do stuff. But maybe Zaldenrock just goes off on his own, and maybe that's the story point I spend.
Someone was like, please, please.
I mean, that's
let
what
me
I
alone."
said.
Please, please, please! I just want to go off on my own.
Okay.
If she-
He wants to
if
be
they
a cool
wanna
dude all by himself.
If Yara wants to follow me or try to find me back or whatever, that's fine. But then
Yeah, I
I'll
was gonna
probably eventually see them and then like giant sigh of
Start
God
walking
damn it! Why
faster."
can't you let me work?
Yeah, the non-athletic one was probably better staying with the bigger group. So Yara might do back and forth between the two parties, if anything. Was kind of the intention. So
Maybe Yara's like physically with the other group, but providing remote computer support to Zaldenrock, basically.
Pretty
if
much.
anything, you need the story point to make Yara go find me.
yeah. So that's fine. We could do that. Zaldenrock goes there, and I'll just be providing support while we head to the Orochi.
Okay. I'll say it costs a story point because I'm like meddling with your plans, and that feels gross. So you guys can have some extra power over me.
That's fine. So Yara's basically going to be spending our. We know where the Orochi is. That's easy enough to probably go find.
Yep.
But Yara's going to be spending her time probably trying to look up footage for Shepard. If you need me to do a check for that, to help give like Zaldenrock at least a hint of where to look.
Sure. Hey, Zaldenrock, where are you first going?
Well, I would probably try to think where's the last place we knew, like, because obviously me and Krav went off.
You all went
Raznali
shopping, and Shepard disappeared.
Well, yeah. When's the last time
The taxi.
I saw Shepard, and what way did they say they were going?
They didn't.
Probably the
Right,
hotel was the
okay.
last place we were all together. 'cause
So
Shepard
Yara's going to
didn't
need
do that.
surveillance footage of a day ago, like
Maybe,
on the
right.
streets. So
Or I could do some streetwise and ask some
that's
Millers
true
of-
too.
along the street and see if I can't say, hey, have you seen a giant titan around?
True. It's also a big city. So I'm going to say, Yara, let's see if you can get some footage to point Zaldenrock in the right direction, and then Zaldenrock will have you do a check to have you ask around for streetwise. Does that sound
They were seen by
like a
this
plan?
bodega, and then Zaldenrock goes asks.
Okay. We're going to call this daunting because you're just looking through like random footage unless you have a way like an algorithm to make this easier or abilities, it's difficulty 5.
I'll keep it at difficulty 5. I mean, I'd say that's probably Yar's wise enough to probably check out some hashtags to see if anything's trending related to a keyword related to Shepard, like Titan,
Okay,
Big
I'll-
Man, or something.
I'll give you a boost on that. That sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Security cameras may or may not have facial recognition and tracking. So you can, there are already algorithms that can say, hey, this person on this frame, find them elsewhere. So if you can establish a view
If I can
of
hack
Shepard,
if I can hack like a actual police style security or something.
That's true.
Right now, I
If
think I'm just going.
you
I
have
think
a
right now I'm probably
backdoor
just going over
into
social media,
Arclight
though.
Industries, so I think this is going to be yeah, I think this is still going to be a check, but maybe we will give you the boost and we'll decrease the difficulty by 1 because you're using Arclight systems. However, because you're doing so, there is a chance that they will notice you fucking around.
So just need to not get a despair. Okay, I think it's set up. Just barely, but still got it. Could
Alright.
have been a worse roll. Could have been a better roll.
Okay, but it's a success. You last see
Can I get
Shepard.
Can
What?
I get a strain back?
Yeah, go ahead.
She's back in her element.
Let's say that the last place that you saw Shepard going was to another parking lot, Lot D. There's a bunch of ships there. There's a bunch of folks like peddling their wares. You saw them stop and turn and go towards a specific... No, actually, this is a Zaldenrock time. That's the direction that you saw them going in. So Zaldenrock, let's do a streetwise check. We'll call this difficulty 3. At least you're in the right area.
Might as well use a story point.
Sure.
We have plenty of them.
Yara gives you like a little thing. Like there was somebody who posted a thing about a giant titan walking about, and then
Ah.
there's security footage. They're in this area probably last time.
Nice. I will give you a strain for that.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
say,
stressful being in the city environment for me.
yeah, just in general, it always is.
He has to talk to some teenagers
God, I hate that.
who are playing
Teenagers.
hoverboard in the parking lot.
Kicking their hacking sacks.
They're hack and sacks. Someone last saw a Titan entering a large store called Screen Tear, and you see the same sign that Shepard did a long time ago. You guys went the next day probably to the Orochi bar, so you can do it in daylight, or I don't remember. Krav, when did you need to meet the terrorist guy?
There was no specific time set, as far as I remember.
Okay, well then you can pick the time. Same night, or did a day pass?
I would say a day pass, probably, because they have a deal to make when we first met.
Okay, I think everybody can recover a wound then.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
all their strain, importantly. Except Zalnrock, you took one strain just now.
Does that mean the
Just put
Z-tabs
myself to
refresh?
one.
Yeah. What?
Do the Z-tabs refresh?
The downsides do, and the upsides.
Does that mean that Zaldenrock's tracking of Shepard is all happening before this deal is happening?
Ooh, that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because
let's see.
Zaldenrock clearly just set straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Add my 2 strain back. There we go.
All right, Zalnrock, welcome to Screen Tear. There's a bunch of red light around. There's a bunch of like defunct like media devices like VCRs and stuff that you haven't seen in centuries. You can see that there's a mechanical like skull just sitting on a desk next to a large Rigelian, which is the reptile people.
Gotcha. Alright. Does he look like he's kind of like the boss?
Yep, he looks like he runs the shop. He's tinkering with some stuff. It looks like he's got a sort of like LCD television screen or something, and it looks like he's tearing out the camera in it.
Alright.
Can I help
Hey,
you?
buddy.
Just
hey,
a
buddy. Have
second.
you seen
There we go. Yeah, what can I do for
Okay.
you?
Have you seen a Titan walking around here recently?
Yeah.
Big, tall.
Yeah, it's hard to miss when a Titan walks in your store.
I figured as much.
Why, you know them?
I might.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. Can I do anything for you? You want to buy any lost media, or need a
Yeah, I'm gonna
thing bricked, or
put my shot pistol on the table, holding it, and be like, if you have any idea where this Titan would have gone, I would like you to inform me currently. And I'll gunslinger diplomacy him.
oh, so you'd like to trade the gun for information? No, I get it. It's just funny because you put it on the table.
Yeah, well, like holding it. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I'll take this. Sure. What do you want to know?
Oh, wait.
No,
you
no.
got
It's holds it up and points it at you.
No, hold on. Let me do it this way. Does this make the point clearer?
Perhaps. Let's roll for it. All right. What do you?
He says that?
What are you doing?
Russia roulette.
Hold on, I gotta figure out what the 2 success, 1 threat, 2 success, 1 threat. Oh, and I have my terror armor on too, so that gives me something.
Oh,
I don't...
so you're like a Mahawk kind of cosplayer, or?
It's just like coercion, right? Yeah.
Sure.
All right. 1 success.
So that is going to be against willpower, which is 2. So difficulty 2.
2 difficulty, no upgrade. Coercion. It's. God, what was it again? of its talent's powers. 2 successes. 2 says threat.
You also just add him like after if you.
Yeah. 2S. Oh wait, it's 3 successes. Let me just double check it. 1 success. Okay. Now I think I'm good. There we go.
All right. That's a lot. Oh, those successes from the terror armor? Gotcha.
Yeah, there's 1 additional one.
Awesome. Okay.
And then, Gunslinger Diplomacy has the, there's a consequence or whatever based off of GM discretion or whatever.
He's at 6, so he's willing to compromise. All right. Listen. I'd be willing to do this for you, but I mean, I got a business to run. I already let loose information that got your robot off in the right direction. I need to get something out of it, okay? There's something going on underneath the covers of this city, and I want to at least rub some nickels together, you know?
100 ore sound.
Well, now we're negotiating. And he's gonna try and counter offer with 200 ore and do a negotiation against you, I guess. Negotiation is presence. What's your presence or negotiation?
My what?
What's your negotiation score?
Oh, probably not a lot. 2 green.
2 greenies. Setting difficulty. Checking presence. He's gonna aim.
For that wallet.
Aim for that wallet. Okay. Looks like he succeeded, so he's gonna deal 4 strain to you. He's gonna take, I'll say a setback, or I'll give you a boost actually from his threat.
Okay.
So he counter offers and he's like, I'll do it for 200. I mean, it is a Titan, so twice the size, twice the price.
150.
All right.
And then
So we'll call that negotiation. So it's 2
yeah,
is his.
2 and a boost. So this probably isn't gonna go. Oh, look at that. Strain back, please. Thank you.
All right. 150, fine. That big old robot of yours, I told them where to find a lawyer that should be able to point them in the right direction. They're trying to buy some highly illegal goods. I just told them where someone else who bought those goods bought theirs from. They do work for someone called Neath Charam. They're a collector of sorts.
Neath Charam. And where's this Neath Charam?
I don't have all the answers, bud.
Okay, here's your extra 50 ore that you wanted.
Thank you kindly, sir, and have a nice day. I don't know where the other person is. I don't know what their address is. I didn't deal with them directly. I'm a
Okay,
visitor
well,
on this planet, bud.
Yeah, aren't we all? I don't know why anyone would want to actually live here.
Well, that's why I don't. Anyway, unless you need something bricked by Bob here, he pats on the necrovirus implanted skull. I'd kindly ask you to move out of the way for other paying
Oh,
customers.
gladly.
You look behind you and there's nobody else in the shop.
Oh, hold on. Let me get out of the way. Excuse me, sir. I'm being so sarcastic as I let the nobody buy me.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, there's a name that I got, basically. I didn't get a location, right?
Yep, you got a name. That's what you got.
All right. Well, I guess I will, regrettably, go on comms and be like, Yara, I have a name to search.
Beep.
Or I'll
Boop,
go
boop.
fuck myself.
I don't think
Dan,
Dan.
are you on?
Sorry, what's up? Sorry, I had to
I
step away
need-
for a second.
Oh yeah, I would. I
You
have a
need-
name for you to search.
All right.
And then was it Neath Charla or something?
Neath Cherim.
So
I
what
roll
type of check
for,
is this?
End an encounter or no?
Yeah, we can end an encounter.
Recover strain.
All right. And speaking of which, while you guys are finding Neath Cherim, you will be able to find their address, no problem. It's like difficulty 1.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Why don't we go back there?
It's probably something I could have actually looked up myself, but
Yeah, you. Shepard,
Yes.
are you with us?
Technically, I am not with the group.
Ah, see, that's where the rub is. All right. You have been in here all night. The next day, a bunch of workers are moving some equipment, science equipment, into your facility, your little sort of jungle environment inside of this force field and EM field that's reducing and sapping your strength. They still have a bunch of stuff to move up there, but they've moved most of the equipment up, and you start to see like the workings of this this bio tank, and like these genetic like writing computers that you can just like literally design things based on like DNA structure, but it needs like fluid and stuff to add to it. Gene juice, we'll call it. Somebody needs to put their gene juice in the tank, and then it can be written. What? It's
Can we just
perfectly
call it,
natural.
Can we call it soup or something?
Sure.
Gene juice.
Gene soup.
Okay.
So somebody needs to put their gene soup in there, and then you can write it into a perfect clone of that person.
Okay.
So you're like potentially trying to discover how to use these things and learning as it's being put together. Do you want to make a knowledge science check?
Sure.
We'll call it difficulty 4.
Knowledge science, difficulty 4.
Oh, goddamn.
I want to use like a story point, but I don't have any sort of excuse to think of why I would be able to use one.
Roll good.
You have like your Mahawked programming, perhaps.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe a thing fell on the ground, so I'm like, oh, I could read a bit more off of it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm using a story point.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have science.
Okay. Well, then it's just intelligence.
Right.
Hey, you, average Joe off the street. Learn how to make clones based on this device. Well, looks like your innate engineering from your Mahawked ancestors, well, forefathers, I guess, has paid off. Some of this seems to come naturally to you as you look through the instruction manuals, as you look through the parts, as you fiddle through the computer UI. You're figuring out just exactly how genetics works here. With this thing being complete, you could probably get one step closer to your agenda, gameplay-wise, but also, lore-wise, I guess.
Sure.
We're going to say that your next check is upgraded, which it looks like it already was from something, so we'll just keep that icon there. Your next check will have upgraded difficulty, so that has potential to go bad. Neath arrives. Is everything to your liking, dear Shepard?
You have provided the instruments that we agreed to. Of course, I am quite satisfied.
I always satisfy my debts. Speaking of which, I'm going to have some friends by later, so I noticed you still didn't put on the clothes that I left for you?
Shepard would like to play coy and say he does not know how.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm unaccustomed to which clothing goes where. It
Well,
would require someone to assist me.
I'll get somebody to help you. Marcus! Can you please help our illustrious guest get dressed? Ma'am, I sweep the floor, and if you value your job and making sure that your kids get fed, I think that you will do what I say, no matter what the task is. Janitor Marcus.
Other duties as described.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, Miss Chatham, forgot my place. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Come here, Shepard. And he goes and grabs the stuff and he starts like kind of forcing it on you and like directing you how to put on pants. And
Is he? Oh, so cause technically, I'm in an area where I wasn't able to leave or even walk around this entire gallery setting.
he can
So-
enter.
Okay.
Neith, with a clicks of her heels, is walking away.
Got to clean somehow.
Sure. During this entire situation, while he's assisting me, Shepard's gonna play coy and just ask him about his hat. If he could try it on. It seems to be functional, but also quite adorable.
I mean...
I'm just going by the picture.
You're gonna give it back, right?
Of
I
course.
can't get it from up there. You understand?
Oh, I do apologize for my height. And Shepard would like lean down, kneel, and try to.
Oh no, it's all right. Here you go. He puts his head on your head. Now, don't you look spiffy. I don't know if Miss Charam's gonna like that very much. Doesn't really go with the any gestures towards the gold and like gold embellished and like flowing green robes that have been placed on you.
I do believe you are correct. As he hands it back, he would like. Shepard's going to do a quick survey of the hat to see if there's anything in there for hairs left behind.
Yeah, there's a
Thank you.
hair.
Perfect. He agrees and hands it over and says, "It is quite comfortable, but it does not seem to match. Although I still don't understand any of these customs."
Yeah, you and me both. This hoity-toity shit was never much for me. I probably shouldn't be fraternizing with you too much. I should probably get back to my brooming.
Understandable. Please do not let me compromise your position.
No, nothing to it. Nothing to it. You enjoy your company that she said was coming over. Yep. Gotta get back to it.
Take care.
See you, Shepard. You're my
Gonna
favorite
stash-
deputy.
I'm gonna stash that hair away somewhere so that way I can use that later.
You hear a hiss as you are like fooling around with the hair and trying to like find a place to stash it. It's going towards you, and you hear like snake like body like slithering over like rocks and sand and grass and stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm saying with my mouth. And a serpentine Nalu. Is that why you're named that? Nalu.
I said that!
Jesus.
Walks up to you. Watch what you're doing with that, you fool, clumsy titan. Don't even know how this equipment works. And kind of like pushes you away as they continue like setting up the device. This person was overseeing the moving of all this equipment up here. It's going to be a shame now that you have this and I am denied it. My experiments will be delayed once again due to Miss Charam's whims and desires.
Do you have access to this area? I do not mind sharing. Your cooperation will be quite helpful in my endeavors.
I require working alone, if you don't mind. My work is very delicate.
I assume that you're... Shepard's just assuming that he's saying that he's too big to be delicate. but maybe some sort of, I don't know, I want like information from this individual, but maybe like some sort of negotiation, like I could offer them just a day to watch that I would love to learn, kind of thing.
I think that sounds like charm, perhaps.
Charm? Okay, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're trying to appeal to them.
Yes, yeah, because
Since you are so knowledgeable. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We will do that. This is going to have adversary 1, so it's going to be upgraded. Charm is against... What is charm against? This is the first time.
It is.
Sorry, I need to grab my GM screen because I haven't used it yet.
Because none of us has ever tried charming anyone ever.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? So this is versus cool. So their cool is 2 red. So it's 2 red, and because of the upgrade, 1 purple.
2 red and an upgrade. Okay.
Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, but I do have one throwaway.
Oh, and you have this check upgraded a second time, not because of adversary, but because of the 3
On their
threats from
side,
before.
not my side.
On your side. So it's actually 3 red is the total difficulty.
Ah, okay. I'm just gonna put 3 red.
Yep.
Oh boy! How charming can a robot be? You know what? I could also just make that successful.
You could.
Good.
Against all the odds.
Against all the odds, I maybe said just the right thing, but they're a little skeptical, maybe a little suspicious.
You said it kind of offensive manner, but you're a robot, so they take it for granted.
I sense no ill will from you. Not that there are many thoughts in a robot's head. But your charm precedes you. You have appealed to my nature of needing an audience. Miss Chatham does not care much as long as the result is what is pleasing to her. I will show you my work tomorrow. But for
That would be
now,
most delightful.
we will keep setting things up here. Just stay put. And he kind of like pats on your arm, knowing that you can't really hurt him any more than a normal human could in this EM field.
Yeah. Shepard will just like sit down and he's just gonna observe then. He'll just watch this entire thing. He'll introduce himself to say, "You can call me Shepard. What should I call you?"
Kind of whips his head around at you and flicks his tongue. I am the head xenosurgeon underneath Chatham. My name is San. I used to work for other folks. You wouldn't know them. Dran Consortium types. But my skills have come quite in handy ever since the collective ousted me. But they only ousted me for my good ideas. Ideas which you will become privy to tomorrow. Sit tight, Shepherd of Ool. And he
Plop.
slithers out. Okay. Do we want to go to Zaldenrock, or... Yeah, I think we should just go back to Zaldenrock. Unfortunately, this is all happening right before the Orochi.
It's all good.
It's all good. You guys are having fun, right? What are you guys doing in the meantime?
Take some good, nice rest because we deserve it.
Yeah, now he's napping.
Sin, what's one of your hobbies?
Jay? You around?
Red things.
Red things. Perhaps. We'll say that you guys are watching. We'll say you guys are watching a movie.
Yeah.
In the hotel room.
Nolly is trying out new makeup styles.
Sick. Perhaps you're copying something from the movie that is on the hotel TV in the nighttime.
Yeah.
Kiss and the Phantom of the Theme Park? That's the movie we were watching? It's the Kiss makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a fun little anecdote. Congratulations, everyone. Let's go back to Salden Rock. Salden Rock. You find... Oh, we still got spare shit left over here. Salden Rock, you find the location of Neath Cherum's little penthouse suite. She has her own tower here in Torquin. And it is located in the scenic Orem, the really fancy luxury district of downtown Torquin. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of security out front. There's probably no good reason for you to show up in the middle of the night all unannounced, but at least you have the location. Is there anything that you want to do here tonight?
Is there a way I can... Yeah, because I don't really know Shepard's location in there. I'd have to find them.
Yeah, the most thing you know is that Shepard was pointed towards this person because they were trying to buy something illegal.
Screw it. Let's try just walking right up to the front door. And what is, like, the outside of this? Is this like a residential, like, kind of building? Or is it like advertised as like a museum or something?
So this is not a residential place. It's more like somebody, bought a hotel and then ripped its guts out and then built a luxury, museum on some levels, zoo on other levels, aquarium on the probably base level. And yeah, it's just like the lapse of luxury everywhere. The building is closed. They don't have it open at night for anybody. In fact, it's probably not open to most people that aren't invited.
Is there a secluded area that's not necessarily highly visible to the security guards that I can climb up and get into a window somehow? I do have an ascender rig.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's a tall order. There's probably not a there's probably not a fire escape on such a building. But if you have an ascender rig, then we could say that maybe that spy equipment could get you in. If you can get to an adjacent building, then kind of shoot out a zip line and then get across or something.
Yeah, that.
Maybe something like that.
Yep.
Okay. We'll do that then. Let's have you... Oh, damn, what kind of role is this? I guess it's coordination? Or, maybe athletics?
It's climbing. Climbing is strength related, and I think that's what Ascender Rig says specifically.
Yeah, even though I said zip line, it's probably more for climbing.
Yeah, the actual text of it is, while wearing it, your character reduces the difficulty of athletics.
Any athletics.
Made to climb by 2, to a minimum of 1.
It reduces the difficulty?
Yeah, it reduces the difficulty of athletics checks to climb by 2.
Okay. Well, I would say that this would be normally a daunting task to scale a completely smooth and sleek skyscraper to whatever floor you need to go on. So that'll be now difficulty 3 athletics.
Oh, come on. Now? Really?
Now? Okay.
One strain. Cleared.
Yeah, you cleared 1 strain. How do we want to run a failed check here?
What if I do it, but I'm spotted?
That could be an interesting one. Perhaps you make it halfway across this zip line or something, because it's not really a zip line. But you're
I'm only here for the zip line.
You're maybe hand over hand, going across the alleyway below. You know what I'm talking about, right? And you're monkeying over there, using your hands to grab onto the cord, and then
monkey bar,
monkey barsing over there. So you get maybe halfway over there, and you see lights inside of the window, which probably means that a security guard is probably checking the room out, and you are in the midst of the free open air.
Great.
What do you do?
Okay,
Well,
so I'm in the middle of like this zip line going towards the building, and then a security guard looks my way.
Well, a security guard has entered the room on the level that you were trying to get to.
Okay,
I could say maybe you could
somehow-
roll into the window below on the next
Yeah.
floor down,
Yeah,
which is
let's try
extremely
that.
dangerous, but
Yeah, that's whatever. Danger is what I'm here for.
okay.
Yeah, just so I don't like smash into a. If I did that, then I'd have to pretend to fly away like I just didn't, see the glass. I thought it was nothing.
I'll
Yeah,
call
right.
this
It happens to us all the time.
I'll call this a coordination check.
Bird
Okay.
brain.
Thank
I'm
God.
going to say that it is. I mean, I'm going to say this is hard. So difficulty 3, and then I'm going to spend a story point
Story point. Yeah.
to upgrade the difficulty once, because I think that this is dangerous enough that if something goes wrong, something's gonna go really wrong.
So that means it's.
It's avian agility time.
I think it is.
I can't. I have to use a story point to do it.
No, you can do that.
You just can't use a story point to upgrade if he's done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can still use a story point to use abilities. It's just. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just counterspell my upgrade, basically.
No. So avian agility, and what's the actual like dice I'm doing? Because I know you upgraded it. There's
It's
a red
coordin-
involved, right?
So it's difficulty 3. So it's red, purple, purple.
Red, purple, purple. Okay, and then I gotta check to see what avian agility adds.
2 success, 2
And
advantage.
2 advantages. Yep. I kind of knew it, but I just always need to confirm.
You know what you could do? I mean, this is for downtime or whatever. You could make a custom skill below your skill sheet and just call it coordination, in parentheses, avian agility. And then you can just
Right.
have that there. So whenever you use avian agility, you click that button instead of the other one.
All right. Well, okay. 2 perps, 1 red, avian agility, coordination. Did I do it?
Did I do it?
You know what? I think you did.
Clear off a strain.
Yeah, and you clear off a strain because of how fucking cool you look. Just as they open the door and you see the light, it probably flashed back against the guard's eyes as they saw the reflection in the window. He thinks he saw something, but must have been just the rain outside or something. And you open up your vestigial wings underneath your arms and you soar into the window below and just cleanly smash through the glass. The guard doesn't hear this. It's on a different floor. And they don't even see it either because it's below them. But you're now in this room. The guard doesn't see anything. The Ascender Rig's zipline is what's it called? It's parallel to his eyesight, so he doesn't notice it.
Yeah.
He
just
shrugs and closes the door. You look around, and it looks like you're just kind of in a dark room. Your eyes adjust, and you perhaps hear a low growling noise, and then you kind of back your way up, and you realize that there's natural surroundings like rocks and grass and stuff and such in this room, but there is something else in here with you.
I take my bow out.
Yeah, I would.
It's quieter.
Nice.
Why don't we roll for initiative? Just you and me.
Oh.
Let's clear it out first. There you go. We'll call this vigilance. Okay, initiative. All right. I think the NPC
Jesus,
beats you because of the advantages. Yeah.
Christ.
Okay. There's just a little thing in here with you.
Oh, one of these. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. The Arctic Shirak lunges towards you. It's going to use its tearing tusks to try and tear through that armor of yours. Oh, we also need to make a hard fear check at the start of an encounter. So make a difficulty 3 discipline check.
He has good discipline, right?
I think so.
Who knows? So it's making only just me do a fear check, right?
Yeah, it's not afraid of itself, no.
Okay, how about this though? With my terror enhancement armor, once per session, I may spend a story point to force. Oh wait, is that a character?
Yeah.
Within short range of your character to make a hard fear check with the overall result educated by your GM. So we're both gonna do that.
It roars at you. Sorry, it's growling probably underneath its breath.
Oh, probably.
But you turn on the lights of your Mahawked cosplay, which is what I'm going to keep calling it, and the blue flares out the sides, and you, like, yell back at it. Arrgh! It doesn't know what a Mahawked is, but boy, that's scary. So...
What's the difficulty of this fear check?
3. Hard.
Alright, and it's discipline?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no.
Like when
Yes.
you see a hyena
That's good.
in wildlife.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 blanks.
3 blanks. Not scary at all. So it's going to roll for willpower. So this is going to be a 3v3 roll. Advantage.
You both are like, you both roar at each other, and then mutual respect.
I'm going to say instead of fight or flight, it does a fight response, and it's going to gain a boost to its next check. But it is unaffected by the fear.
Okay.
So now it's its next check.
It's gonna do the thing it was gonna do in the first place.
That's true. What's your defense for melee?
1. 1.
Okay. Difficulty 2, 1 defense. Give it a boost. Okay. It hits you for a lot.
I noticed.
Noticed that about it. That is
I have soak 4, so
11 minus 4. That's 7 damage.
oh good. All right, that's fair.
You go.
Okay, well, it's in short range of me, I assume, right?
Yes.
Or engaged, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's engaged. Sorry. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Every time you guys are engaged, congratulations.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna try and shoot it with my arrow.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
2. And then I got talents on talents to use this thing with. Let me just look through and okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just. Talent during the next week. What does Link do again?
If you activate it, then it deals bonus damage. And linked,
All
the
right.
number is the number of times you can activate it. The bonus damage is
All right.
basically twice the damage.
All right, I'm just gonna plop what I have into the chat, and I'm gonna spend 2 strain to use my rapid archery.
Oh, okay. So you're just firing off 2 shots, and if the linked thing activates, which I believe is 2 advantages, then you'll just deal damage twice.
Okay. Yeah. So, skill weapons. Where is it? It's been a while. Okay. God damn it!
Oh, that's no, that is. No, that's not a hit.
Technically a hit.
Damn, but you get a triumph. So maybe the arrows pierce into its hide, and it howls in pain, and you get a boost to your next attack roll. Like, you can upgrade the attack roll. Sorry, not a boost. You can also use the 2 advantages to your advantage. Ooh, or you could do something vital in the encounter.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You want to do that instead? I would like to do that. I'll say that.
Find the
as-
exit, close the damn door.
I'll say that you anger it with your shots, and it lunges at you in response. I'm gonna have you make a coordination check as an incidental. This is gonna be difficulty 3. This is the vital thing.
Oh, okay.
For the triumph. Okay. It lunges for you, and you duck out of the way. It flies out the window.
Oh, thank God.
You
Good
hear a
luck with that out
crash
there.
on the pavement below, and you can only hope that this late at night there weren't a lot of people out to see it. But eventually someone's going to discover a rare beast crumbled in a heap in an alleyway. You think to yourself that it's probably best you hurry on and get to the console. It looks like there's a convoluted locking mechanism here. Yara, you might be able to pitch in with this.
You need me to hack something?
Probably. There's a doorway to get out of this locked chamber, and it looks like it has like a handprint scanner. Or
I guess
perhaps
I
a key
tell-
card.
I guess I tell Zoldanrock to hold up his Zavon to it, so I can do shenanigans.
I do.
Alright.
Hold up your Savant. I'll try and see if I can do some shenanigans. Make sure the screen is facing the sensor. I need to do a
As
little
I
work here.
slam this dermal sealer into my thigh.
Alright. Let's call this a difficulty 2 computers check. And we'll add a setback because you're like doing it remotely and in Zoldanrock's hands.
Okay.
That's
Just barely got it,
That
just
was-
because I didn't roll well.
somehow quite narrow of a success, but yeah, you eventually get it to open. You can spend the advantages how
Zoldanrock,
you
get a
will.
boost die. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in combat, so Zoldanrock, have a boost. And somebody else
Alright.
can have a boost, whoever's not Zoldanrock. Next roll.
All right, Zoldanrock, you need to navigate this place to find where Shepard is, or find where Neath is, since you don't really know what's going on here. So perhaps you do a computers check to try to get more information on what is going on in this place.
What happened? How did that happen? Where'd my dice pool go?
You might have closed it.
I did. Why did
Press the
that happen?
question mark, or the thing next to the
I
question mark that
I
says dice
just did
pool.
the shut it off and turn it back on again. There we go. All right, so 1 boost, and I'm doing what? Computers?
Yes.
And the difficulty?
We'll call this 2. Okay.
Strain.
Yeah, we'll say that. No, there's no strain for that. Oh, you're recovering the strain. I see.
Well, I recover it.
Okay.
Damn you, computer.
We're just going to create a little clock here and put a tick in it.
Good.
Well, a 3 section clock. All right.
Yeah, right.
As you are looking through the computer, it looks like there's not much helping you tell you what is going on in this building. But it looks like there's like a menagerie, there's like an aquarium, there's a rare like historic like artifacts and stuff. It looks like there's a residential place, but this thing isn't helping you tell you where anything is or what anything is. And it certainly doesn't help you find Shepard.
All right. I think I'd want to sneak around a little bit and try to find like a security guard alone or maybe a janitor.
Okay. Let's do a stealth check. And I'm gonna do a luck roll personally just to see if it's Marcus. So
difficulty 2, 3.
Ooh, interesting. We'll call it difficulty 3 with one of them being red. And I'm gonna say 5 and 6 is gonna be Marcus.
Okay. And
Ooh.
then okay, and I do get a God damn it. Yep.
Oop. You try and sneak up, but it looks like all you've done is alert them a little bit. As you try to sneak down a hallway, somebody joins the guard that you've cornered and kind of outnumbers you and puts you in a difficult vantage point. So you like duck back into a, we'll say broom closet of some sort.
Yep.
You wait for the voices to die down outside. But it looks like even if you took out one of the guards, the other one might like set off the entire building. It's only a matter of time before somebody alerts them to the break-in. Certainly they're suspicious right now. If a window had broken.
Yeah, right.
But maybe it was the creature.
It could have been.
Could have been.
Maybe they milked it from the creature.
Maybe they milked it from the creature.
Oh, no. All right, I need to get, like, is there no, like, directory, actually, like, not a computer, but, like, a map, maybe, or something?
Perhaps
Like
on
a
the
mall
first
directory?
floor. Or
Damn it.
perhaps in one of the museums. So let's see.
Yeah, okay, so
You've done stealth before. Perhaps we do skullduggery now to try and sneak into a restricted area, maybe a computer room.
yeah, there we go. So I can at least get Yara some more
Stuff to do.
skullduggery difficulty 2.
We'll call it difficulty 3.
Skulldugs.
Also, for that red, I need to spend another story point. Okay, success, but 2 threats. I'm gonna
Fair.
say that the. I'll just give you I'll give you a setback. Okay, so you find out that in the security area, you're like, where the fuck is this Neath person? Do they like live here? And then you see a security cam that has Shepard just pacing like in like a zoo like
Pot.
enclosure.
Oh no, zoopsychosis.
Yep, they're just
Oh,
going back and
fuck
forth.
off.
But then you hear something outside. The guards are getting quite close. Things are getting tense, so you have a setback. What would you like to do?
I'd like to. So first of all, obviously, I see the security camera. Do I know what floor and everything that is?
You take note of it.
Okay, I am going to just. I'm gonna try to sneak out of there again.
Well, they're coming through the door.
Oh.
You see a vent.
I vent.
Falling in sins.
Ah, God.
We'll just do coordination to see if you can like get there in time or if they
Yes,
spot you.
yes, please.
Yeah, coordination's
For the
pretty
love
good
of
for you.
God, let's make it coordination.
This will be difficulty 2.
Difficulty a lot. Oh, okay. 2 setback.
Yeah,
A
apply the
story
setback.
point just to make sure that I get this, even though theoretically it should be fine. All right.
Yep, you sneak to the vent. We can even give you a boost unless you want strain recovery. Actually, you can do both, I think.
Yeah, I'll take a boost and then I'll recover a strain.
Awesome, sauceum. Hey, guess what? Zalnrock
I'm here.
pops out of a vent on the same floor
Alright.
that Shepard is on.
Shepard. Shepard. I knock on the door. Nope. the glass enclosure.
Yeah, do I
Shepard!
hear?
Yes, he's knocking on your enclosure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in front of it.
Why are you here? Is
Why
something
are
wrong?
you here? Yes, you're not with us. That's the problem.
I'm
What?
currently solving my problem. I am finding an item, and I've, as you can see, acquired said item. He's trying not to say what it is.
And you're doing this in an enclosure?
It seemed amenable. I did not have any currency in order to purchase it.
But have you been captured? Are you compromised?
I have agreed to this situation.
Agreed to being in a glass prison? This is a zoo and a museum, you know that, right?
It's fine. The individual that is currently running this situation is human, or some sort of Yordi.
Yes, Niham or whatever their name is.
Correct. I will outlive them.
Yeah, yes, but we have to go at some point, Shepard. We have a mission.
Shepard's
Let me ask
completely-
you a question. If you choose to leave right now, do you have the full capability of leaving?
In my current situation, I do not.
Then that means you've been compromised and you need assistance leaving.
I do not know how to ask for assistance.
Okay, I do.
Do
I
you
go
though?
on comms. No, I don't.
My parameters are currently designating me to stay. I wish to use the devices that I have had difficulty acquiring.
What devices? What are you doing?
The device is also not complete. They didn't finish setup, and they promised to finish it tomorrow when San is going to return to show you how to use it.
I haven't even gotten to play with my toys yet.
Oh God. Okay, team. I have located Shepard. They are in an enclosure, kidnapped, but they do not believe they are kidnapped. They do not
Please.
wish to leave.
I believe you may be in danger. Could you return in
No
one
shit.
day?
A day?
Zeldenrock, give the comm over to Shepard. Let me talk to them.
I hold it up to the enclosure, I guess.
All right, Shepard, this is Yara. Are
Hello,
you
Yara.
trying to do something with technology that we don't have available?
That is correct.
Couldn't we just try to obtain it a way that doesn't put you out of commission for whatever duration you seem to be trapping yourself in?
Can it come with us? We can leave if it comes with us, correct?
It does
That's
seem to be
possible, too.
incomplete. I would not be able to bring this device with me currently.
How big is the device actually?
It is
seems
quite
big.
large. It's like
Yeah.
While this
2
is
bio tanks.
While this is happening, I'm like looking at all the entrances to make sure we're not spotted.
Zeldenrock, I would like to make note. There is an item in here that is of interest as well, and Shepard will direct his eye to the Mahawk staff.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Is this just a
I
normal
too wish to
zoo?
be captured.
Shepard's like, what do you mean other ways of acquiring this? I found the first option. and did
Zeldenrock,
it."
can you just turn on your camera for a second and spin us around to see what's there?
Okay, hold on.
Yara's
I
gonna
click
just start
camera.
recording
It's
everything.
it's showing me. What's
There it
No,
is.
happening?
flip it. Just flip the thing around, just quickly.
How do I do that?
How do I
Just-
open PDF?
An alarm is going off in the facility.
Oh,
The lights have turned
fuck.
red.
You
The
need
little
to leave.
blinking light. Now flip it around and flip your physical phone or your savant around. There you go.
Okay, it's backwards pointing at Shepard.
Guards
Okay,
are
now
probably
sp-
rushing to this area.
Okay, I'm
Okay, go hide.
there-
Go hard, Zeldenrock.
Is there anything near me I can crawl behind, under, in? Over?
Perhaps, but you know that this area has been watched by cameras,
Yeah,
and
true.
that they just re-entered that room. They probably noticed you.
Yeah, more than likely.
I'm going to spend a story point.
Please do.
I recommend that you steal something else or attempt to steal something else so that we do not have any relations.
Zaldenrock.
Excuse me?
Something funny starts smelling in your horned bill. It smells kind of
Breather mask
acrid.
on immediately.
You put your breather mask on, and you see the room starting to fill with gas. Do you getting out of here, or are you like what are you
yeah,
doing?
I kind of have to.
Are you grabbing
I need-
anything on the way out?
What is there to grab?
The Mahawk thing.
There's,
there's
I mean,
a
there's a
lot-
lot of
that, like-
stuff. There's a few smaller things, but that one probably would be very valuable.
The Mahawk
Okay,
one
so
is
that-
in like a large glass case.
I mean, mine as well. The alarms are off. Let's just use my beam rifle to blast open this fucking puppy and take that thing.
All right. Let's do a difficulty. Let's do a difficulty 2. Like gun check, like shoot with your gun check. But I will add a red to it.
Okay, so it's 2 perps, 1 red, or 1 perp, 1 red.
1 perp, 1 red.
All right, and then it's I was thinking use the butt of it to smash open the glass, but
Oh, well, I thought you said you shot it.
I don't. Either way. I'll just shoot it with my beam rifle then. Attack. Jesus fucking Christ, that's a roll.
That's got a few things going on.
There's a lot happening right now.
Okay.
How do you have 2 triumphs? Oh my god.
And a despair.
And a despair.
Oh.
I think I just died and went to heaven.
Okay, so I was going to say that the thing is like extremely like it's like bulletproof glass or blaster proof glass, and that you didn't know it, which was the despair. But because of your triumphs, I'm gonna say you shot out the mechanism that was like powering this invisible shield around the glass, and after shooting that out, you kind of like kick the thing and it cracks, and then you kick it again and it finally like breaks open. As you reach inside, you grab for the Mahawked staff. However, as you're pulling it out, it gets like caught on the thing that's like holding it up and in place, and you have to yank it, and it damages the staff. It was already kind of damaged, but it looks like it could have still worked. But now it's like snapped in twain. However, you have it. And best of all, the guards are still not here yet.
Alright, well, now I'm gonna just get out. Alright, Shepard, we are going to at least be back tomorrow once we're done dealing with our bullshit. If
Alright.
you
I
are
cannot
not
wait to
willing to
see.
leave at that point, we will be removing you by force. Somehow.
I would like to see that happen. Nevertheless, I may come, but I need to finish one thing.
Okay.
There he is, the intruder!
Alright. Okay, leaving.
Quickly, please, Alden Rock.
They start shooting at you. You smash out through some glass nearby. Do you have a parachute or something?
Good question.
He's a bird. He can fly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, totally. I think that's how that works.
Shane's like,
Cosplaying
I
as
know
a
about
penguin?
birds. They can't fly.
Perhaps we spend a story point for a flashback and say you have one?
Oh, what? A parachute? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Let's just say it came with the. Use a story point to say it came with the ascender rig.
Sure.
Oops. Oh, I used it. Okay.
How about you have
Oh,
a
it's
cool
there.
cloak?
I don't know
Batman
if
style.
that'll work the same way, but
Batman cloak.
We'll say maybe you have like an emergency device that is like a temporary parachute.
hey,
and
if this ascender rig goes wrong, use this.
Yeah, precisely. You use the thing at factory settings and start your descent. Let's do a coordination check. We'll call this difficulty 2. Was that Harrison?
I was just saying, I think in the lore they describe that like the Shikrai have specific things that, even though they're at this point basically flightless, enable them to fly between their 3 home planets.
Yeah.
So maybe he has like a single-use one of those.
It's kind of confusing. I'm not sure if we have wings or if we don't have them anymore.
You do not
I
have
know
wings
we've lost
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
We've lost
it-
our flight, but there
Your
was something
arms
that
are-
The
Digitally.
space around the Shikrai planets have a
we can
large
fly
amount of
through
air.
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you
Oh, but
can
I-
propel yourself through the air.
I think what it says in the lore is they have like special packs that give them mechanical wings to fly between.
That's
them.
how it's
Yes.
drawn in the book. Yeah.
And that's how it's worded as well.
Yeah, so
That is
if you have,
accurate,
like,
but it's
single-use
mostly for
ones.
flying through that
Right.
weird atmosphere that encompasses all 3 of your worlds. It's
Yeah,
like a weird
someone-
nebula.
Someone helped us like adapt that environment to allow us to do that or something. I don't know.
Okay, well, either way,
Yeah.
we'll say that you have something. Coordination
difficulty
check
2.
2.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you
more shrinking.
smoothly make it to a nearby building, and then continue your descent, kind of like hopping off of that one, and you make it all the way to the street. Conveniently, there's a distraction, so nobody else sees you as
Yeah,
they're
there's a-
investigating this strange bloody mass in an alleyway nearby that just appeared there out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. All right, I'm going straight back to the hotel.
Of course. You make it back to the rest of the group. Hello, sorry for that escapade, as it were.
I thought it was great.
It was pretty great. I enjoyed it.
Oh, good, Shepard.
Yeah.
Zaldenrock's back. Shepard will be right behind him.
Where's Shepard?
I kind of informed everybody. Oh, that right. Probably not. I just said Shepard's in an enclosure. Well, I'll explain it now.
Yeah, you explain it now.
Shepard's in an enclosure. They cannot leave, but they believe they want to be there because they are using some form of technology to accomplish whatever mission they have. I don't know what it is. I found this. It's slightly broken. It might be useful. Here, Sin, catch. And I kind of throw it at Sin because they're going to be somewhat interested in it.
Do I have to make a check?
I mean, it was labeled as a Mahawked staff. So that is what you know about it. It looks to be inert. The technology
It was in one piece, but I had to grab it in a hurry.
Yeah, the technology is a bit beyond you guys. It's definitely beyond repair, but definitely worth study. And if this was to go to, I don't know, some sort of valuable collector, they might pay a pretty penny for it.
I was like, hey, we found this in the street. That looks suspiciously like the thing that I have.
Wow,
That's
that's
what I was
convenient. I just lost one.
And now it's in 2 pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, Nolly's gonna ask, like, wait, so like someone has Shepard trapped? Like, who took him?
What was that?
Who took him?
Yeah, who took him?
I think he took himself. Is that what I'm understanding?
What? Oh, Shepard? Shepard believes that they are being kept there with their own free will to use some form of technology that I don't comprehend, but they do not have the ability to actually leave of their own accord if they would.
Would I be able to tell what the thing is now that I was able to get finally a video eventually?
What the thing
Knowing-
is? Oh,
Yeah,
that
knowing between what Shepard's told me already and the little bit I saw from
Whatever
the
I
video.
saw, I'll explain it.
The actual device that he's trying
Because
to
Yara
use.
is a little bit more on the up and up and probably might be able to tell what Shepard's up there.
I told them we'd be back tomorrow, and if they didn't want to leave at that point, we would be forcing them out.
Well, yeah, we can break him out, or I mean, we can make a trade. You've got the staff, right?
Kind of. I have 2 staffs.
You get half now and half later.
Half later.
So Yara, I'll say that this is going to require a perception check, because you could probably figure it out if you were like right next to it, but because it was from Zaldenrock's shaky cam and among other things, we'll say that
Makes
it's a
sense.
perception check. We'll say it's difficulty 2, but we'll do a setback because of the fact that it was remote.
It was trying to explain camera to your grandpa type scenario.
Yeah.
Barely got it.
Barely got it.
I had to squint. So that's the
That's the strain, eye strain. Yeah,
Rock,
you've
had the
intuited
flash
what
on
it
somehow
is.
while it was recording.
You've intuited what it is. The 2 tanks kind of tipped you off that this is some sort of like medical device, but it's probably something to do with like genetics, because usually you don't have to submerge anybody in like a vat or anything. It might be rumored on the black market a thing called a Daxiv animator, and they are sold by the Yin Brotherhood. They are used for cloning.
I don't know how much you guys have been paying attention to Shepard, but they got a weird sort of obsession with cultivating life. They They want to use this thing, which is cloning technology related. I don't know how the guy is allowing them to, but it might be better just to get them tomorrow. They're pretty gung-ho about trying to figure out something. And that device is too big to transport under normal means and kind of
Question.
difficult to construct.
Do we need them?
That's kind of the proposition. Do we need them for this immediate mission? Because meeting with the
No,
at the
no, I
Orochi-
mean, like, do we need them after all this?
Do we really need them? This is a huge compromise. Like
It's
to
true.
our, it kind of is. Kind of putting a strain on you guys, and Shepard.
I'm sure Shepard has a perfectly good reason that we'll figure out when we can talk to him.
Shepard is very easily manipulated, but yeah, they probably can't get out by themselves.
And, you know, the reason can be I'm stupid. That can be the reason.
It's great just being in the room, but also I'm not.
Listen, there is some interesting things they might be able to glean from this, but they're pretty one-track mind about this. They're a Titan after all. To put it into a better perspective, Sin, Zalnarok, you kind of have a thing against the Mahawk, but the Shepard's, this is Shepard's thing. I kind of get where they're coming from of wanting to at least try out this technology.
We all
They probably
have a
won't
thing
get very
against the
far without
Mahawk.
help.
Shepard
They're a
does have
threat.
important, like, insights to the Mahawk, and since we're dealing with that genetic drug, maybe they were trying to do something with it.
Not necessarily, but I'm saying there might be some insight to be gained afterwards.
Does
Maybe.
it have anything to do with their moss?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
They
probably.
like moss.
Yeah.
That could be some leverage to bring them away from captivity.
Listen,
We
this
won't
Neath
send them
Chatham,
off.
I can probably get our way out of this, especially, he points at the Mahawk staff, if we have something that they want back. And if they want it back desperately, we can probably negotiate better than Shepard was able to. Especially if we have guns pointed to this Neath Chatham person. But in the meantime, we have a thing that we need to do. We've stayed up all night waiting for Zaldenrock. Well, I took a cat nap, but you guys stayed up all night. We should get some sleep before we go to the Orochi bar.
Let me just make sure I put some security measures in our hotel. I don't think they'd strike again while everybody's here, because it's been so long. But
Also,
know,
by the way, they had one of
gospel.
those goddamn Arctic monkeys in there, so that place is fucked.
yeah, I'll
Luckily,
do
it
a
flew out the window, but goddamn.
I'll do a little bit research when we go collect Shepard tomorrow. But for now, we got to focus on the next mission. For now.
All right. You guys sleep. You guys have already healed one wound. And I guess it's time to go to the Orochi bar.
Yay.
I guess Yara wants to look at see if they can look up anything of the Orochi bar. Could they do a culture check real quick or anything?
It is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, home to the Drown Consortium. It's a sort of blind spot in Arclight's surveillance, but word on the street is that it's extremely dangerous there. But there's not really much else that you can figure out. It's almost like a complete blind spot in this like surveillance network. People have had pictures of the outside of it, but not much else.
All right.
Okay, everybody ready? Done your preparations?
I guess.
I think so.
My guns are loaded.
Warren ready.
Preparation
We'll
was sleep.
abandon everyone. Let's go.
Yeah, we figured out a couple different preparations, but A through whatever were fails, so now we're on preparation H.
There we go.
That was the joke.
Yep.
You get a slow clap. Not a fast clap, just a slow one.
Yeah, well, wait until shit hits the fan.
Hmm. Preparation H is great, on the whole.
Oh, that's a good one. Anyway,
Thanks, Awesome Powers. Seth Green.
So where are we at?
you guys head to the Orochi bar. It has a serif neon sign that's like that says Orochi, and it has like a twisting snake writhing in and out of the sign, like through the magic of blinking sequential neon lights. And you head in. The place is it's pretty pumping, but like generally nobody's like dancing or anything. It's just people like talking quietly. You can see that there are those same things that there were at Club Glub, these like privacy booths almost that so you see like these booths and there's people in them, but they're blurred by like a special tech field that's surrounding them. And you can't like see in or like hear what they're saying.
Like frosted glass, but
Yeah,
digital.
digital frosted glass via an electronic field. And you guys look around. Krav, you spot the person in question. They are like standing near one of these booths, keeping their eyes out. It looks like they do have their bodyguard with them, but they are at ease in this place.
Right. I'm gonna like motion everyone to just kind of scatter, and then
Mingle.
I'm gonna motion Zoltan to follow me, and then I'm gonna go talk to approach
Following.
the elf.
All right. You approach the elf. Everybody else is scattered, so maybe I'll just like
Yeah.
vaguely scatter y'all.
Yeah, however they want to do, or maybe they don't listen to me at all. Whichever one.
Maybe they don't. Who knows?
Scatter us, the vagars.
Nolly, wait! Don't go off on your own.
All right, everybody scatter. Wait, no!
Nolly, your dad's. Tell you to stop. They're there now.
I don't know what happened, so I'm just like, okay. I guess it is a kid. Someone like I think to myself, I don't know what happened, but I think to myself, it's like, yeah, kids shouldn't be left unsupervised. That's good. And I just walk away.
Yeah, this is a bar. They're kind of underage here. Good thing nothing unscrupulous happened yesterday. All right. Thraz, Nolly, Sin. Actually, no. Krav. We'll go to Krav. You head up to Misreke Val Dortmarin. He nods to you. So, ready to join the Letnev Union? In earnest. I know you have proof, but we need proof as well.
Well, you're the one that approached me, so it's like, what do you need?
Well, what I need is I need names. I need names of members of your previous occupation, as it were. Everyone thinks that you're dead. Gerval, what would you say your name was now?
Like, you can just call me Krav.
Krav.
Friends here, aren't we?
No.
One
I'm
name,
sure-
creative. Well, if you're defecting to the new Letnev Union, our cell hasn't gotten the information that you have. So, as a token of goodwill, we're gonna ask that you give us all the information that you have on the barony, and maybe give the layout to your brother's office, as it were. He's just asking you generally, like he's grilling you for lots of like top secret and possibly dangerous to give out information regarding the barony.
Oh man, was I in his office? Can I give it?
Can I give it?
I don't think you were
No.
ever in his office. Yeah.
Only Croft was
Probably
in his
not.
office.
Yeah.
He took you to like a security room at one point to like
Yeah. we were
grill you
somewhere.
guys and welcome you to Arc Prime. But so Krav, here's the thing. This is what this guy wants. So you could either try to like talk him down and like give him less information or less useful information, or you could lie. I know you don't like to lie, but it might be to the advantage of fighting against the Union to do so here. So I'm not
Well,
sure what
I
Krov
just-
would do.
Well, you said like dangerous information. I guess the question is like, first I want to know like what the information is, so I can piece together a thing. Because like, what's the office layout? Is like okay, like
He wants to know office layout, security guard rotations. He wants to know security codes. He wants to know like locations of like fleet production and whatnot. He's asking for things like that, and he's asking for quite a lot.
okay. First of all, I'm gonna say this like I mean, okay, like I see that you're eager, but you're too over eager. Um, what do you know about me? Like I want to kind of turn it around him because my angle is this. He's expecting me to know things like as if I'm like a 4-star general, like entire production line for like fleets and like ground troops and like security. There's like 3 different departments that I'm expected to know every single detail about.
Yeah, and this guy presumes that you are the brother of the admiral. Surely you have access to this information somehow.
It's like, okay, I'm going to try to force like, I guess I'm gonna try to reverse some risks. Like, have you never joined a military outfit? Because I'm gonna push it as like, I'm gonna try to direct it as if like, you don't know what you're talking about, do you? Kind of like you're a bad spy.
Okay, maybe this is coercion?
Yeah, basically it's like, okay, you're overeager, you're asking the wrong questions, and you're not gonna get the answer that you want if you ask it like this type of deal.
You're
So
literally just giving him pointers on how to do his job.
Kind of.
yes,
I think I need a drink. Bartender.
okay. So what's the difficulty? Since coercion, is it like I think it's discipline.
Yeah, it's discipline. This guy doesn't have it, but he has difficulty 2.
Okay, coercion. Is
Okay. That deals 6 to him, which is quite a bit. Brings him back to where he was willing to compromise yesterday. Look, I'm not from the military, okay? I was a pilot. Just kind of felt like supporting the cause, you know? Just feel like our voices need to be heard and whatnot. But maybe our voices don't need to be heard right now. Why don't we step into one of these booths and we can discuss further, okay? I'll give you something at least so that there's some mutual trust.
of course, like as I said, like I am going to provide what I can, but like what you're asking is quite numerous and hard to organize in an effective way as a spy. Like we're not dealing with this is not run of the mill shady dealers in the back alley that we're talking about here. It's like this is important state level stuff that can't just be carelessly handled or taken or transported willy nilly.
Okay. Look. All that I want is the security codes for your guys' like facility. You and your brother's like tower on Arc Prime. Okay? That's all that I want, and then I'll let you know what we're up to here and see how you can help.
Okay. So, ever since my death, we've been able to use my code at least once, or have we not been able to do that? I just wanted to verify.
I don't recall. Also, I'm gonna call this him trying to negotiate against you, so there's a role involved.
Okay.
Um,
What negotiate? So, what is that? Is that another negotiate?
he's gonna negotiate against you.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's against presence or negotiation. Also,
Okay,
what did the Letnev get for not doing a nice thing for them? Is it a threat that they get added, or?
For negotiation is one threat added,
Okay.
and my negotiation is 4 green.
All right, all right, all right. I'll spend a story point to upgrade it. Okay.
Okay.
So he deals 3 strain to you, but he
Okay.
gets 3 threats. You could learn his true goal in the encounter, or you could learn his desire or fear.
Okay, true goal of the encounter, because I really want to know the plot of like why they need the tower. Like, it's obviously gonna be assault, but it's like, is it like a bombing or it's like an assassination? Like, just get the plot of like what they want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
One moment, please. Why don't we cut away before I do this, because I need to search for some information in my notes. I have a lot of notes. But trust me, we will get to it. You ponder to yourself, why would he need this? Sin, you notice something going on.
Okay. Should I roll for it, or do I just notice it?
No, you can just see it on the screen. There is a familiar person speaking to one of the drawn up at the bar.
I turn invisible. No, before I turn invisible, I silently communicate to Thraz as like, I see my Cruise contact at the bar, going to check it out.
Okay.
Watch the kid.
You through hand signals just point at Sin, motion to Sin, indicate danger, and then you put a hand on Nolly's shoulder and nod, and Thraz is like, mm-hmm. Then
Okay.
you go invisible.
Go
Nolly-
invisible and skulk closer.
Nali sees Sin Laeliel, and when she sees him, she attempts to do a little eyebrow waggle and elbow nudge to Sin before Sin disappears. But
Yeah, that's your
don't
rumor, eh?
have-
It's your rumor.
I haven't explained the birds and the ghost to Ollie yet, so we'll get to that later.
All right, Sin. I think you're sneaking, right?
I am sneaking.
All right. There's lots of people here to notice you, to bump into or what have you. What do you normally get with this? Is it like 2 boosts or something?
I get 2 automatic successes.
2 automatic successes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that there's a setback to this.
Okay. I could also say that I'm on the ceiling or on the architecture, not necessarily weaving through the floor.
Okay. Maybe you go to because it looks like there's this central pillar here. Maybe you crawl down that.
Yeah.
And temporarily you go through that weird hologram thing, that advertisement that's spinning across the top of it, and it interrupts it for a second, and that's the only time people would notice as you creep towards Sin to overhear their conversation. Yeah. So Sin Lael has quite a vigilance check. So this is going to be difficulty 3 red, 1 purple, plus the setback. No setback, because you're going on the ceiling.
Okay. So 3 red, 1 purple, no setback, stealth. Okay.
That's a success, isn't it?
That was a success.
Okay. You creep up, and you can hear, thanks to them not being in one of those booths, that something's going down between Lael and this Letnev smuggler that they're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, we appreciate your business, Ms. You can just call me L. Okay, L. Anyway, the ore is all yours for whatever your funding is. And when can we expect the, I have them here. Laliel opens up a pouch and hands over the Crimson Legionnaires trapped in stasis to the Drawn Smuggler. Ah, it's been a pleasure doing business with a member of the Creuse. Perhaps we can do more in the future? Do not be too hasty, Drawn. As long as the money flows, then you will get what you desire. Excellent. They get up and they leave with the Crimson Legionnaires. Lael takes, they kind of like shake their armored head and they grab at a canister and just inject it into themselves. Their body turns green for a second before stabilizing.
The thing is, I know some stuff about Sin Laliel. I know that physically they're rather weak.
Feels good.
I'm really tempted to stab the shit out of them.
Or are you so horrified that you can't speak to them? Perhaps, like...
Knives aren't speaking. Knives are stabbing.
Perhaps knifing your mentor and savior might bring too much undue attention to your group. But maybe that's not going through your head right now.
That never stopped the shepherd from doing shit.
I'm going to think about what is going on and take a deep breath and skulk away and be crouching and hiding behind Nolly and say, it's too horrible to imagine. Oh no, what have I done?
They're still at the bar. What's wrong? Isn't that your friend over there?
Not my friend. Never. No, not my friend.
What's wrong, Sin?
The Legionnaires that the Letnev are using to teleport. Laliel's been providing them.
What?
I've been fueling the Letnev teleportation machine.
What now?
Hey, Sin. Shh. Hey, Sin. Nolly's gonna try and pull Sin sort of down to her level.
Mm-hmm. Sin is going with it.
Shh, it's okay. You didn't know. You can only do things that you know. It's not your fault that he's doing it.
Okay. What do I do? What do I do now? I could stab them. I could try and get the Legionnaires back from the Letnev. What do we do?
Who was it that they handed the Legionnaires to?
A Letnev smuggler.
Maybe we should go tail that smuggler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hurting Laliel doesn't do anything right now. We need to get the orbs back from the smuggler.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Whoa. Shouldn't we... Krov had us wait here. There's like a thing going down.
You can wait here, Threz.
Okay, yeah, I don't have my savant, but I have a comm bead. Okay.
I also have a comm bead.
You guys go take care of that smuggler.
Okay.
I'll
Thank
put them...
Thraz, I won't forget this.
And Threz, keep an eye on this Laliel fellow. Make sure they don't leave.
That's a lot of things to keep an eye on. Yara,
I'll be with
maybe
Yeah,
you
too.
can keep an eye on... And Yara, you noticed something.
Oh, great.
This is quite a busy bar that we got going on here. You see several members, like 3 members of the Yin Brotherhood, all of their clones, one with particularly a lot of the Greyfire mutagen scarring their face. They're all walking into a back room, led by a bunch of Drawn with like heavily armed like rifles and whatnot, and space armor.
I just want to clarify a point. Are the Drawn just the faction or are they actually a thing?
The Drawn are a faction.
Okay.
Yeah, they aren't a species, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. Aren't they the mob group we were talking about?
Yep.
The ones who own this? Yeah. So like they just look like mobsters essentially, or
They generally look like pirates and like normal people. They do have a marking on them, but it's usually like hidden
Okay.
to show their allegiance. You guys aren't familiar with the mark. They're quite like a localized group. They aren't like super everywhere at once. But if they're
So
dealing
just
with the
kind
yin, I'm just gonna feed a little insight into you guys. If they're dealing with the yin, Arclight Industries fellow did say that if anybody was going to distribute a drug on Torkin Prime, it was probably the Drawn Consortium.
Okay, so just for the sake of visual, we kind of know that the people here would be related to the gang, and they're just kind of like sketchy-looking folks that are just—that's what we're assuming.
Yeah, everybody in this bar is Drawn, or dealing with
Okay.
the Drawn.
Yeah, that's just what I was clarifying.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna tab Thraz. Got another problem. The Yin Brotherhood might be distributing their stuff with those guys over there.
Oh, Zuck. There's way too much going on in this godforsaken bar. Can you tail them? Or listen? I'm keeping my eyes on Lalael and making sure Krav is okay.
Get Krov's attention as soon as you can. I think whatever he's doing needs to maybe switch priorities. I'll keep an eye on them. I'm not the best at stealthing though. I'm
Okay.
gonna try and think of something real quick. Could I try something silly and like use a familiar to be like spying on them? I haven't used it for literally anything else.
I mean, that's interesting. I
Could I
think
spend a
that's
story point
valid.
to say I turned it into like a little floating spy camera type thing?
Yeah.
Just have a drone cam.
Yeah, go ahead.
It'd be easier to make a drone cam work.
Okay. You send your familiar in. What does your familiar look like, since we've never used it really before?
I've mentioned before it's like a tennis ball.
Oh, it's like a tennis
So,
ball?
yeah,
I do
it's like
remember
floating-
that.
It's a little floating tennis ball, so I'm gonna say I basically set it up so that it's like got a gyro in it to keep it steady, and it just can roll on the floor or like kind of like levitate if it needs to.
BB tennis.
Basically,
The tennis ball rolls along the ground, and
to try
Yara,
and keep a low profile.
Yara can't help herself. She wags her tail a bit as the tennis ball rolls away from her. And rolls after
Right.
the Drawn.
I'm gonna
Krav.
keep an eye on them.
Keep an eye on them. Let's go back to Krav. So Krav, with your 3 threats, you intuit that yes, they're probably planning on some sort of like assassination of your brother. You don't know if that's what these guys are doing right now specifically. But that's probably what this information could be used for. So that's their true goal of a future encounter. But their true goal here is to get your help with something else. So they want information for a future project, but they want help with something else now. You don't know what it is yet.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to angle it like this. Well, it's like. Well, that's gonna have to deal with the fleet movement manifesto. You'll need to get that first because the admiral, as you can probably guess, is not in the office all that much. It's in the flagship. However, during their visit, that's when the campaign visits they will come. So you need to get it through the because the security system updates, and I can't get you that. But you need to get the fleet manifesto first. I think this is gonna be more of a deception because
Yeah, you're maybe not lying, but you're trying to create extra like hoops that they might not necessarily need to jump through.
Well, yeah, it's also the thing that's easier to detect because they can't just blitz through the office with the security code at this point. It's kind of like they'll need to get something else on top of it, so they'll be easier to catch.
Okay, so we'll call this a deception. Let's see, that it's against their vigilance.
I am very bad at deception, so I'm going to use a story point to upgrade. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, their vigilance is 2.
Okay. Use, deception. Please don't fail me now.
Well, it didn't fail you, technically. So you don't take any strain from that failed check, because it's not a fail, it's just not a success.
Maybe they go like, okay, maybe like we move on, something like that.
Listen,
Like-
I have the shipping manifests, okay? Like,
Oh, you do?
yes. We've been tracking the Admiral's fleet, but we need security code access. I was hoping that you would have, that kind of access on you. Maybe the security cards are debunked. But if you can have them and we can verify it on our end, then we'll know that you're on the up and up. This is just going to be him doing another negotiation.
Okay, that's fine.
Your presence is 4, right?
Yes.
Or, yeah, and his is 3 for negotiation. 4 threats! Well, interesting. You can learn a desire or fear of theirs.
I think the fear is gonna be discovery. Okay, desire, I guess.
Their desire is to be a hero. This guy this guy fancies himself a hero of the New Letnev Union, and he thinks that you are his golden ticket to pull something off that's very daring. That is his desire, is to use you to skyrocket himself into the annals of history.
Okay. He thinks he's gonna be the biggest hot shot. Okay.
I have a plan that is going to get us heard on a galactic scale. All right?
All right.
Just send
You know
me,
what?
just give me the codes. If they're useless, then they're useless.
Okay.
He doesn't deal any damage to you, though.
I'm gonna basically I gotta say preface it with this. It's a 50-50 shot. There's a good chance of that because the code rotation it could be disabled, but first try a fail shouldn't cause a problem. Here, and I'm going to give in my code
Okay.
because I'm a dead man. So according to the official log, so either way is very suspicious. So it's gonna get flagged no matter what.
Yeah, so you're kind of helping them, but not helping them. It's a code that would probably work, but it's probably going to flag some alarms if people are paying attention.
Yeah, it's a yellow alert type of deal.
Okay. He takes that. He's willing to compromise, so that's what he wanted.
And my plausible deniability is like, hey, someone took it off my dead body or my journal or whatever. Like, I have plausible deniability.
He takes a data crystal, maybe with the information on it, and pockets it. He holds his hands up and kind of is gesturing as he's speaking with these thoughts of a grand design. Listen, the Duran here have been helping us out immensely. On Tekron, the secondary planet in this system, it's a weapons facility. And boy howdy, we have a weapon. We have a weapon that could probably take out the flagship and the rest of the fleet around it. Okay? So, if we can track down where this is going, where the fleet is, and use your security codes to get us in close, we could detonate it. And then the Letnev Union is going to have no opposition, and the barony will have to listen to us with the loss of half their army. Well, Navy. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. People get those confused, but yes, I understand. Like military man just going like yes, civilian.
So, what we need from you. Sorry. Welcome on in, Raiders. Forgot that I have a really loud thing in my ear. We're in the middle of a bar, and Krov just gave information to a terrorist that might cause the death of his brother and half of the Letnev fleet. Now that you're all caught up. What we need from you, Krov, we need you to be there for that delivery on Tekron. Okay?
Okay, but you expect me to pick it up, or you expect me to just be guarding for you guys?
You are going to be spearheading our fleet. You're dead. But if you show up alive, they'll have to listen to you. Okay? You will be the one to get us in close. And then we'll set it off. Don't worry, you aren't going to go out in a blaze of glory. But we're going to use a recording of you to get their attention. Does that make sense?
All right, big and flashy. I get the type. I understand.
One brother against another. The downfall of the barony and their feudal natures. Democracy will rise again. Brother, he like holds his hand out to you. For democracy, brother.
I was like, I gotta tap my thumb. I was like, hey, and then I'm just gonna put out my hand and then shake on it.
Yes, this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship, friendship. Shit, how did the phrase? He like is damning himself for not understanding. But yeah, it sounds like he wants to set up a recording of you to give to your brother, basically, and trick him and set off the bomb, destroying his fleet. But he hopes it'll get you in close.
Okay.
All right, Sin. You and Nolly going after that other smuggler that just made away with those Crimson Legionnaires.
Mm-hmm.
They're walking out of the bar. It looks like they're probably going to head off to wherever they're going to stash their stuff. What do you want to do? They're on a crowded street. Lots of people, lots of witnesses, lots of potential for them to get lost from your guys' sight. And they're heading somewhere.
Are there like sort of upper level scaffolds or anything like lower level
Signs and signage.
signs, anything like
There's
that?
plenty of signage. This is Fall Street, so I mean, technically, I could just go there real quick.
My question is, do you think Nolly could parkour up to a higher level to continue to pursue this person?
I mean, absolutely, yeah.
All right. It will cost me a strain to use the parkour talent, but Nolly will definitely do that.
All right, they're making their way down the crowded streets. It looks like it's night, but it's actually day.
Well, Day City.
Well, night in Day City. I mean, day in Night City. All right. Sin is crawling up on the walls. Nolly, you've story pointed to hop up there.
Okay.
Right? Is that how that works?
It takes
was
one
strange.
strain, and I can move basically a range band in any direction, including vertically.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I'll say that you're up there, and you guys can easily catch up to them. I'll say that maybe takes 2 strain, each of you to catch up to them, just because you had to like confer with your friends before chasing after them.
Heard.
All right. You guys are now stalking them as they walk through the streets. They're kind of like paying attention. Their Letnev superiority is kind of causing them to like avoid touching any of these like peasants, peons that are walking about the streets. They have a permanent disgusted look on their face, and a sneer is like decorating their frown.
Nolly, if there's an opportunity where there's not a large gap of people around them, or if there's an opportunity when they get close to the side Nolly's on, she would like to try and jump down onto them.
Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah, do a leap down and not try to basically knock them out / pin them as she jumps down.
There is a lot of people nearby. There's probably not going to be too many opportunities unless you can successfully track them much further onto a side street and stuff.
Yeah,
but that would
okay,
take you
so-
far away from your allies.
How about instead of tackling this dude, you bump in and try and sell him something, and I'll pickpocket him.
Ooh.
Wait, which one of us
Ooh.
has higher skullduggery?
Nolly has yellow.
Okay,
And
so
I
does
also
Sin.
could potentially roll much higher than that with adaptable as well. So
Okay, then I'll bump into him and you pickpocket.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys confer with each other over comms, and you try to head them off. So you maneuver ahead of them. You can get ahead of them thanks to you guys being on the roofs and him stalking through the crowds. All right, so Sin, you bump into this guy. Oh, sorry, terribly sorry for that.
Terribly sorry. Would you be interested in any of my red trinkets?
Excuse me?
And Sin is
So
like
red.
physically blocking him. It's like, you
Did that
look
other
like a
one
man.
send you? Is something wrong with you? Get out of my way.
What does you mean? That is entirely rude.
That is racist against gas folk.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm wondering if we need a check for Sin. Perhaps deception?
Okay, I can do a deception check. What do you
Especially if
want me to roll?
especially if the goal is like this to help, like add a boost to my roll or something.
Yeah.
We'll say that this will upgrade the check. Because you can just maneuver to boost Nolly's roll.
Okay.
We'll say that if this is successful, you will upgrade Nolly's check. This is against his vigilance. What is his vigilance? His vigilance is 2. So,
red,
difficulty
2
2. Just 2 perps.
E.
If it was red, you would know.
Okay.
Because I would tell you. Okay, success. And an advantage, which means you could recover a strain, or just give Nolly a boost for free.
I'm gonna give Nolly a boost.
Okay, you have an upgrade and a boost, Nolly.
All right, cool.
This guy is successfully distracted. He is getting very indignant with Sin and getting into like an argument. At this point, it's a point of like honor for this Letnev to let this creature understand their place in the pecking order of life and of all the factions in the galaxy. He is chewing out Sin, regardless of Sin just completely being unfazed by it. Because you're a freaking weirdo.
Yep.
You do have that ability. You don't take strain because you're shameless.
That's
Yep.
right.
Spear time.
All right, Nolly. Skulldugs, unless you want to adapt.
I think I am going to adaptable. I already spent the story point, and I get the upgrade and the boost. What is the difficulty?
So the difficulty for Skullduggery, I would say it's still Vigilance, so difficulty 2. I will
Yep.
perhaps use a story point to upgrade the check, though. So 1 red, 1 purple.
Yep, I have it punched in on my side, so.
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's let it rip. I'm gonna use adaptable and use discipline instead. She's gonna really focus on this.
The go-to.
Okay.
Nolly pop, or Raza pops out
Yeah.
of your sleeper agent. All right, that's a success. So you take what you want. You grab for the 2 Crimson Legionnaires that were just sold to this guy, the little Pokeballs, and you slip them out easily enough.
And because Nolly had life on the streets, I can, when picking a pocket with Skullduggery, I can actually spend 2 advantage to heal 3 strain. So I will just get my 3 strain back.
Ooh, that felt good. Stealing makes me feel good. Also, I like that you had an ability for pickpocketing, but Sin was the one that suggested it.
Yeah. I wanted to jump down and knock this guy out.
I appreciate
yeah.
that.
And
So, yeah,
furthermore, you gas folk should get the hell
I'm
out of my
bored.
way.
And
You
Sin
see-
just walks off.
Yeah, Sin sees Nolly sort of crouched behind, giving a thumbs up, and she slides back into the crowd.
But
Well, does
Sin
anybody else want a
loudly
piece of me?
announces,
The Dran will be hearing of this injustice. He's like spitting as he talks, and he just spins around and wags his cloak as he makes a huge scene out of it and then leaves that scene that he has
I
made.
will not be sold by customer service people to book.
I would like to speak to your manager.
As
"Oh
we're
my God,
walking
what a
back, Nolly,
Karen."
Nelly hands the orbs over to Zin and sort of like shrugs. I think he deserved a fist to the back of the head, but I appreciate your strength.
I'm trying to learn from my compatriots.
All right. Oh, well, I guess I didn't need to have Sin Lalael leave. But I think Sin Lalael will probably be leaving soon. They don't have any further business here other than just drinking. So Krav has concluded his business. Yara, you have business, kind of. You are spying in the back. They go into a back room, close the door. Let's perhaps use coordination to see if you can get in there undetected. Or would this be stealth, you think? Is stealth is
For this
cunning,
island?
right? So let's call this a stealth check. Oh, you gotta go? Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Well then I guess we will tell you all what's happening through Yara's vision. Maybe Thraz says that Lalael has left, but he needs to stay here, and the rest of you guys are too far away to to go after her, or it, perhaps. Is that? Yeah, I'll say that's what's happening. All right.
Reasonable.
Yara goes back to Thraz, and shows off that they have the savant linked to it. It rolls into the back, and you get some audio visual of the conversation going on. I'll also spend a story point just to, in lieu of Dan's roll, to say that this just happens. The tennis ball goes into the back, a little blinking light, and they are meeting with a Hakan with a cybernetic implant over one of their eyes. They're wearing armor and have like a large cape flowing off of their back. They also have lots of dangerous-looking weapons at their side. Brother Kolos, finally we meet face to face. Not that it isn't one that I've seen already before. You can make fun of our religion, Sowali, but you will not be disappointed with your payment, I trust. You, of course, are going to do what I asked and distribute the drug. Of course we will. We have the perfect distribution service right here in Torkin. All that we need is promise of payment. And your upfront fee, of course. If you have any problems, our muscle nods to a bunch of drawn pirates in the corners and flanks of the room. Be more than willing to rearrange those alike faces of yours. There's no need for name-calling, not that it affects us. Brother, come forth with the payment. One of the brothers of Yin, the clones, comes up and brings the suitcase filled with ore. We know, of course, that you can't do digital. We've made some upgrades. We actually can do digital now, but we appreciate hard cash. Here, boss could take care of this. And he kind of tosses it to another person that's in the back. They're kind of like a portlier person, but they also have this sort of cybernetic implant that looks reminiscent of the ones that Mars had on their little trophy keychain. What am I supposed to do with this, Sawali? I don't know. Convert it to digital. Do whatever you need to do. Do your freaky little network thing. I don't care what you do. Then our business is concluded? We don't need to be here? Oh, you don't want to stay and watch the magic? I suppose we should make sure that everything is going according to plan. That's what I'd like to hear. Come on. Let me treat you to something at the bar. And the muscle lead the Yin brothers out. But this Sawali person stays behind. Okie dokie. Just put them further in the distance. So now they are heading to the bar, and they're being treated like kings. They're being given special like drinks from the top of the shelf. The muscle are explaining that this is coming from Sawali directly, who seems to be in charge around here. You've gotten that impression. Thraz reports this to everybody else in the group, that a transaction just went down in the back room. It sounds like they're going to distribute that high C in Torkin, and it's going to happen soon. But you don't have the details. Anyway, Zaldenrock, you see the Yin, and you're like eyeing them from across the room, keeping close watch on them as Thraz is like describing what went down. Interestingly, the Drawn and the Yin brothers are sitting down at the bar, and they're sitting next to a Shikrai, one that you recognize.
Oh, son of a bitch.
They have a sort of...
In this bar.
They got everyone in this bar. It's a hopping place
God.
where everything's
Galaxy
going
is
down.
so wide.
Yeah, it's a small galaxy after all. The Shikrai is Okara on Oculus, somebody that was you thought lost to an injury, not lost to an injury, but gravely injured in
Right.
a military engagement
Incident,
Yeah, a mission gone wrong, and you honestly blame the Shikrai pecking order for this incident. You could have rescued her.
By myself. It would have been fine.
By yourself, it would have been fine. It looks like she's recovered from her injury, until you notice that she didn't quite recover in the way that you had expected. She has cybernetic legs now.
Fuck me.
Chicken legs.
Chicken legs.
Chicken legs.
Great.
She is just
like
kind
the-
of...
Holy art.
She is just kind of like
Alone?
sitting alone at the bar, ignoring the Yin that have like sat down next to her.
Was she there the whole time, or like?
Yeah, you just didn't notice her.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Do you do anything? We gotta get out of here,
yeah.
guys.
I'm not getting that. No.
We gotta get in here, guys.
We
We gotta get in here.
Guys,
We gotta get in there.
Guys, new mission. I gotta get in there.
Yeah, I'll just be like, yeah, Croft, yeah, have fun. Sell all your military secrets. Hope he dies. Blow up the bike. And then I'm gonna just walk away and go downstairs and sit at the bar, not like right next to the Yin. The other, yeah, there you go.
Or like right next to her. How do you approach this?
Yeah, what's your approach?
What's
I'm
your
going to
approach?
sit down at the bar. I am going to look at the bartender, order a drink,
Make that
not
two.
look at her, and say, "And would you like one as well?"
She isn't like paying attention for a second. And then she like darts towards you. Her large feathers are like kind of wiggling whenever her head moves. What are you doing here? Soldenrock?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I asked you first.
Thought you. What's with the leg? I'm a part of a thing now. What's with the
I'm part of a thing too, okay? You can't.
I've
you gotta-
noticed.
You gotta leave, okay?
I
co-
can't. I kind of have teammates here as well. I'm
on a mission for the Argent Flight, okay? I know you don't like
for
them.
The flight.
If you want to stay here and bother me, then you're gonna have to bother them.
Oh, fine by me. We'll bother both of them together.
Fine. But you need to be quiet
Fine.
right now, okay?
I'm
And
quiet. You're yelling.
well, it's hard to hear in here, but it's hard to concentrate on the thing I'm listening into. And she points at a comm bead in her ear. if you're yelling over me. And
Hey.
she looks over at like one of the privacy booths. That place over there is bugged. I'm listening to a conversation, and I need you to shut up because they're just getting to the good part.
Oh, between one of the 5 illicit dealings that's going on in this damn bar?
It's the Tron bar. I would imagine there's hundreds of deals going down
God,
here
if I
every
get Tron
day.
one more goddamn time. Let me know when things start getting shooty.
Things won't get shooty if... Wait. Okay. I think I'm getting what I need. She like takes out a savant and starts like tapping away on it. Yeah, coordinates. Okay, I think we can... Zoldenrock, I know that you don't have a lot of affiliation with the Argent Flight, but we could use all the help we can get on this mission, okay? Would you be able to join us? Just for this mission, I swear. We won't hear from us again.
What's involved? How long will it take?
I know I can trust you.
We also have other things happening.
And you can tell me all about
But
it.
you see that whole big group of people out there? Oh my God, where'd they go?
Where did everybody go?
God damn it, where did the children go?
All right.
Right, well, I guess other missions are happening. I might as well do my own as well.
She like... she like bows her head and like tries to look inconspicuous and takes a sip of a drink.
The formalities go.
You notice that the people from that booth are now getting up and leaving. There's an extra that has the symbol of the Drawn that's like etched into the back of their tortoise shell, shaking hands with a Nalu, a Drua creature. Shaking hands and laughing jovially, patting them on the shoulder, and the Drua just kind of shifts uncomfortably. It then starts looking around the room, and Okura says, "Don't think about anything, okay?" And then the Drua kind of like looks over at you guys, and she panics, and then reaches in to kiss you.
Oh.
A fake out, make out, if you will.
Legs.
Legs. The Drua then takes its eyes off of you guys and slithers out of
because nothing
the
makes
space.
Somebody more uncomfortable than public PDA.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
PDA means public.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't need to know what that person's thinking. They're getting their rocks off. The Drua creature leaves, and the extra kind of like filters back into the rest of the Drawn to deal with other folk. Okra like pushes you away, and you guys kind of like get flustered for a second. And she, sorry, didn't know how else to avoid a Drua's mind magic if
Yeah, it's a bitch.
professional.
You kind of have one of those.
Yep. Strictly professional.
Yeah, whatever you say.
The Nalu here.
You liked it.
This is why you have no friends.
Listen, it was just to the task at hand.
Yes,
That deal
of
that
course.
the deal that was just made in there. The Nalu, the Drua, they have a dreadnought in this system. It's compromised. We have this knowledge from our, well, goings back and forth, but we have an opportunity. We can get onto that dreadnought because they're about to get something shipped up from Tekron that they just bought from the Drawn. So, if we can get to Tekron and sneak onto it, us Shikrai can look like they're Miashan slaves. They're like these avian folks that they've mind-controlled into submission.
Excuse me?
They're avian aliens. We can
How am
pose
I-
as them.
I don't believe slaves have guns on them. And I
Well,
prefer not to separate myself from my gun.
you should be able to have your guns. We're going to have lots of guns with us because we're going to take out all of the Drua on that dreadnought. And we're going to take that dreadnought for ourselves and deliver it back to the Nalu as it so rightfully is owned.
Can
I'm
you
sorry.
describe for me what the difference between Drua and Nalu is?
There is no...
There is
Sorry.
Okay.
Always culture.
It is
Culture.
compromised... And she, like, looks back and forth and whispers into your ear. It's compromised by the Mahakt. The Drua there are all genetically altered. They're all under the Gene Sorcerer's control. Our mission, because we can't start an intergalactic incident, we need to take out all of the Mahakt on that ship and then bring it back to the Drua and prove to them that there is a Mahakt threat. Now, do you think you can stop sucking my face long enough to help us with that? Or is your
I don't
mission
know.
too
Can you
important?
Stop sucking my beak long enough to... Whatever, yes. I'm in. Whatever. Fine.
Very clever comeback, Saldenrock, as always.
As always.
She pats your chest and just says, listen. And she pulls her hand away, and there's a data crystal in your talons now. That should have all the information. Goes down in a few days. I'll see you on Tekron. You can bring your friends if you must.
Yeah, they might enjoy that.
Might enjoy killing some Mahakt, maybe.
I know one will be on board.
We'll have to run it past them. Alright,
Probably not our captain, but well.
Okura gets up and she like pays for her drink with some ore on a like a little data pad, and then she turns to leave, and then she looks back, and I don't blame you for anything that happened. I know you left because you blame yourself, but it's good to see you again. Before you can say
Same
anything,
here.
she like
Nope.
turns and walks
She's gone.
away.
She never told me why she has those legs.
No, it was not explained.
She turns around, has a moody eye, gives a dramatic lens on her. Okay, bye.
Clank, clank,
Okay,
clank.
bye. So tell me, do those legs go all the way up, or do they stop somewhere? Like,
I got them lengthened. Now they go all the way up.
all right. I think that's where we should probably end today's session. The eventful Orochi bar. So thank you everybody for watching, and we will see y'all next Sunday as we continue this. Is everybody good for next Sunday? By the way, all y'all.
Should be.
That should be.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I should be as well.
Okay.
Why wouldn't we be?
No reason. I'm just
I will
asking
be
to
not-
confirm.
I'll be not available the next Sunday after it.
Ah, the old every other New England vacation.
Right.
All right. Let's see if anybody's on to raid out to, since we got raided into, which is very nice. Thank you again, Renan, for the raid. Just gonna try and pay that forward. Cave Geek's online. Cave Geek Art. Good night, everybody. We will see you next Sunday for more Genesis hijinks. Bye.
oh boy. Good night.
Oh, we still got a few seconds on the raid. Bye.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Eject button. No.
I come to the Gilbert Godfrey and say, "You fool!"